Okay. Oh, did I click the live button? I think I did. Hello. Starting a bit early here. How's everybody doing? We're all doing good. Okay. We look to be set. Okay. How's everybody doing? This fine day. I don't want to put my headset on. I'm actually thinking about jumping into VC on my Discord and just shooting the shit as well while I work. Of course, I'll be shooting the shit with the chat as well. Like I said yesterday, I'm gonna pick back up where I left off last night and get back to it. You guys will notice in the title I said I might be touching up my orcs. So I'm gonna do that because, as I kind of explained, I'm definitely gonna have to go to the tournament on Sunday with my orcs because I'm barely through my Jakhals as it is. I got a Malafine done and I barely made it through my Jakhals, and at the end of the day, don't want to rush. So I'm gonna take my orcs to the tournament and take that list. So the world eaters will have to wait a bit longer to satisfy corn. Hello Reyes, welcome to stream. How you doing? Okay. I do need a spare paper. Nika hi? Nika's hey? How you doing? Great. Thanks. So, great as in great for the plan of the stream, or great as in you're doing great. Either way, awesome to hear. Hope you are having a fantastic day. Just overheating a bit. Overheating? How hot is it there? Jeez. Or did you just get off work or something? Hey, Karn. Hey, was get den do dep. What? Hey, was get den do dep. Get den do dep? What the fuck are you saying? I don't know how to do it. I'm trying to think, is that trying to like orc speak? If it's orc speak, I'm not sure what you're trying to say. How you doing, Karn? Okay, so let me make sure the camera's focused. There we go. Means hello. Oh, hello. I speak English. I barely speak that, to be honest. So don't throw a curveball at me. I can't handle it. But good to see you, Karn. Both. Also, dude, I'm glad your channel is doing so well. Awesome. This is Nick Rhodes. If you remember, Nick Rhodes. Nick Rhodes. That sounds familiar. Nick Rhodes. I think I know. Yeah, okay, I remember you. What's up? How you doing, man? Yeah, and thank you for the well wishes on the channel, man. Yeah, I appreciate it. I've been putting pretty hard work in the channel lately, and it's been igniting a little bit here, due to like covering like drama and stuff. But obviously that's not my main goal with the channel. Main goal of the channel is hobbyism, kind of just enjoying Warhammer 40k, all the good stuff. Living life in college as a music composition major. Oh, that's awesome, man. Yeah, that's really awesome, man. I hope the college life is doing favors for you, of course. College was something I ended up not doing. I got a job offer to work for the Navy, indirectly work for the Navy. Now again, I clarified, and I do this every time. I wasn't part of the Navy. I worked for the Navy as a civilian contractor. Very different. By the way, make sure to leave a like on the stream, guys. Support helps it with the algorithm, helps push it so we can get more awesome people in here. Not that you guys aren't enough. In fact, you guys are so good, I just want to keep on the good vibes slowly seeping in. So, always appreciate it, man. Yeah, drama sells. Unfortunately, it does. Honestly, like, I hate covering it. Like, I know it doesn't seem like it, especially with the number of uploads on it lately. But I really don't love talking about drama. I do love calling people out when they're being, assholes. but I don't love covering drama. I wish every video I made was like a lore video or was, talking fun stuff in the hobby, cool new models, cool new rule sets, all that fun stuff. Fellow DoD contractor. Pretty much, yeah. The format of it was I worked for, technically, personally, I wasn't contracted. How it worked was I worked for a company that was contracted by the DoD to design warships for the Navy. That's how it worked. So, in my time there, I worked on designs for like the John Bassalone. I also worked on, I believe, one of the last ships I worked on was the Daniel Inouye, but I might be wrong about that. I'm trying to remember I remember the DDG designations better than I remember the names, but that's because that's what I saw on the sheets all the time. But yeah, that was my career at a high school. I no longer work there. I'm a far more humbler dishwasher now for a restaurant. But, I'm paid okay for that. And I just got promoted to a host at my restaurant that I work at, so working my way up. Nathan, Swiggity Swooty, Fulgrim is fruity. Delicious. Yeah. Cool. Yeah. My life has been like when I lay it out, it sounds very complicated, but like honestly, I just kind of fell into things as after high school. Nice. Also, PCU was a typo. I meant yes. I do remember you, Nick. I do remember you. It's good to hear you doing music, man. Yeah, Penobscot Theater. That's a way back, man. I gotta see if there's any productions they're doing. I know I live like much further south, than the old Penobscot Theater Company, but it'd be cool to see if they're doing any shows, this summer. It'd be worth like a 2-hour drive. Yeah, Penobscot Theater was. Oof. Is he doing any acting? Kind of. Not really in theater anymore, sadly. I wish I was. Because theater was fun. A bit of drama, but people. Nick, if you recall correctly, the theater kids drama goes hand in hand, and not just on stage, unfortunately. But other than that, it was always fun to do theater, and it was really fun. Like when I got to help mentor other people into it, it was a good time. These days, I get to do like acting and stuff. IRL Asthma Lord, yeah, a little bit. Nick in the chat. Nick is hi. He and I knew each other in real life. This is years ago, though. Yeah, when you said your name, it took a moment to click. It's been a long time, man. Yeah, I am happy like you're doing it up in college though, and I hope you get through the degree pretty smoothly. I won't ask any like too detailed questions because internet don't want to get you doxxed or anything. So, but it's good to hear you're doing well, man. Yeah, Penobscot Theater. Oof. Yeah, that's jeez. I almost never get to talk about it anymore. But yeah, I get to mostly get exercise the acting stuff these days through like videos and stuff. Like the lore videos in particular, like the voice acting is fun to do. Unfortunately, that's my only outlet for that kind of thing. For like acting and like performance arts, that's like the most they get to do for it. A little bit of VA work on the side as well, but I don't know. I won't lie and say I don't miss the theater. The theater was fun. Damn, an online reunion of old friends brings a tear to this dead man's eye. You're not dead yet. You're chatting. You know how I know? You're typing a chat. You're not dead. You're fine. Okay, so I think we're good to move on. Okay, so I'm gonna use my Rune Lord brass, and I'm gonna put that onto the blade and stuff. Are you sure it could be AI? I mean, these days, I guess that's true. Man, that's kind of freaky to think about, but I get, yeah, you're right. Like when we get to the point where it's kind of like that scene from Doctor Who with like when they first, well, not when they first did it, but when they introduced the Weeping Angels. I can't remember the episode, but they were like going in with soldiers and they went underground and they found a bunch of like broken statues and stuff. And it turns out it was Weeping Angels. The doctor gets like a call. I believe it was the 10th or 11th. It was 11th Doctor when this happened. They got a call on the radio. They responded to it. And it was one of the soldiers that died. And it was the angel was talking with his voice. It was really fucking freaky. Imagine that, though, with AI. It's going to be just as fucking creepy. Guess I'm an AI recreation of this long-dead individual who was run over by a truck. Well, he's probably in a fantasy universe right now, causing a lot of havoc. He probably went to a fantasy universe and he's now OP with some cheat skill. Currently tinkering with an offline AI chat program. Oh. How's that going? I'm not sure what to ask about that. Boom da doom doom da doo da doo da doo. Dude, the angels were freaky. They were, especially that episode. That episode in particular. It's because they had already introduced weeping angels, but somehow they made them even creepier. Beep boop, I am a robot. Beep boop. Do not question me, human. I am perfectly normal human male like you. Ha ha ha. Man. And I'm kind of nervous for this Sunday because I checked the tournament. There's a roster like for the tournament this coming Sunday. And outside of me, like every other slot's been filled. Normally we get like 8 out of like the 10 slots. Normally, this is a full 10. We got a full 10 for this coming Sunday. So, some people have listed their armies. Some people haven't. I didn't list mine because obviously I had 2 I was debating on. So. But the tournament goers got my lists, so either one will work. Alright, so... might need to apply a bit more Rune Lord Brass to my wet palette, because it's starting to rain. Well, it's starting to dry. A 1,000-point army list for... Wait, you're trying to get ChatGPT to make your army list for you? Really? That's funny, actually. Alright, I asked they had to build a 1,000-point army list for the Raptor chapter, and it gave me a 3,000-point list that was unusable, still tinkering with it. Okay. So wait, are you, like, developing this AI program, or are you using a pre-existing AI program, like ChatGPT and stuff? I don't think I've ever used ChatGPT. Like, I hear about it all the time, and you would have thought I would have, like, gone and tinkered or fucked with it. But I haven't. I don't know, it's weird. Now that I think about it, it's weird. I've never tinkered with it. You know, I'm going to do that after the stream today. I'm just going to go there and dick around with it. Because now I don't think I have any questions prepared, though. I'm just going to ask dumb shit and see how it responds. It's going to be like, oh, this is a dumb human talking to me. I got to speak small words to it. Here, little human. It's like, no, I'm screwing with you. I'm not just an idiot human. I'm an extremely idiotic human. Get it right. It's an open source program that is made for offline use. Okay, to help out with my work. And I hope the tinkering with it goes well. And that you refine its usage. So we got that. Probably do the rest of that lead belcher. Wait, no, I'll probably actually color that red. Lead belcher the prongs. Do the same like red leather I have there. The straps. Yeah, sounds like a plan. I'm an idiot. I'm a total idiot. Get it right. Rebellious Red, welcome to stream. Just don't accidentally make Skynet. The thing is, I don't think they're trying to accidentally make Skynet. I think they're trying to make Skynet. I'm sorry, but at this point, a lot of like the early 2000s, like a lot of the 90s and early 2000s films are starting to just feel like predictions. that were scarily accurate. Like, I remember when, like, AI taking jobs and stuff was a joke. Now it's a legitimate fear. Which makes me feel old as hell, by the way. Like, I'm only in my mid-20s, but I feel ancient as heck sometimes. It's just, oh my god. Actually, please make Skynet so we can all die. Jesus Christ, don't be so, like... I don't... Speak for yourself, Reyes. I want to live. Thank you very much. Matrix is like that, too. I mean, a little bit. Matrix was... Well, hopefully it's not accurate overall. Please and thank you, God. But sentimentally, it was very correct. Because a lot of, like, manipulation, market control, psychological research, and that... Yeah, like, you look into, like, the corporations and, like, what they do. Not that I want to go down this route too old, but Jesus. Crap, you're old? Nah. You figured out how to use a keyboard, so you're not too old. My grandfather cannot figure out how to use a keyboard. Mexicanoni, welcome to the stream. How you doing? Hello, how's it going? Good to see you. I'm currently at work, but enjoying the stream. Awesome. Don't get in trouble. I don't know what your work is. You don't have to tell me, but don't get in trouble on behalf of watching my stream. Job security all the way. Although that's another thing that's kind of changed since I was a kid, is jobs. In regards to, like, letting people, like, watch videos or, like, listen to stuff. I remember, like, in a lot of my first jobs, first of all, like, smartphones to that extent weren't really a thing yet. Well, they were starting to be by the time I was, like, 14. But they were really, really new to the market. And very few jobs. Like, most jobs, when that started being a thing, immediately put in, like, rules and regulations with it, saying, no, the employee can't. Some businesses even, like, gave uniforms without pockets, on the pants and stuff. Welcome, Hunty. Welcome to stream. Wow, we're getting, like, a last night's crew all in here. Damn. Welcome all. How you doing? Been in IT for about 15... IT for 15 years. 15 years, damn. I have yet to be at a job for more than 2. Actually, no, that's not correct. Technically, if you include living on the farm that I live on, I've been in that for almost 20 years. I don't know. When I turn 27, it'll have been 20 years I've been working on this farm. Granted, I live here, but still, yeah, I think it counts. Other than that, like, actual, like, jobs that I have to travel to and stuff and, like, get paid money for. Longest job I've had was 3 years. 3 or 4 years. I'm trying to find a forever job or a job I'm comfortable in and for, like, that lengthy amount of time, but still working on it. And the one I'm currently at, I know well, but I don't want to stay there. You know, I want a better job than what I got. Oh, that looks amazing. Wow. This guy. And he's certainly making progress. I gotta actually apply the washes. Like, right now, he looks very plain. Once I apply washes and stuff, that's what's really gonna blow him up in quality. Washes are like the magic recipe for making miniatures just fantastic. Not always. Like, if the base coating below them is terrible, obviously a wash can only do so much to fix shit. But as long as the base coats are pretty, like, neat and smooth and properly applied, a wash can do magic. Are you still doing animation at all? Not in a long time. At the time I was doing animation, I don't know, a lot of stuff happened. A lot of stuff happened with, like, my animation stuff. I don't think you ever met RJ. No, RJ never went to the theater, I don't think. Well, a whole arc happened, and, you know, I haven't had interest in doing animation in a long time. I do 3D modeling and sculpting, though. I've done that for... I'm actually developing a tabletop game, similar to what these things are used for. And I'm having fun with that, but, like, proper animation, haven't done in a long time, man. Maybe I should at some point, but I gotta find the free time. So... Before I forget, something I wanted to do with the straps. I think I just wanted to apply a black to the boots. I think that's what I was trying to do before. That's sick anyway. Yeah, I mean, it's going pretty good too. Made progress on it. I'm the only one working on it at the moment. I don't have a team or anything. But so far I got art assets and stuff for it. I've got a couple models made up that people can print off on my Patreon and stuff. You know, making progress on it. It's slow and steady though. I hope to one day like have like an actual budget behind me, but it'll be a hot minute before I get a budget. I'm gonna hop off, enjoy your day. All right, have a good one, Reyes. Thank you for stopping by, man. Much appreciated. Yeah, he's developing a tabletop game called... Thanks, Nathan, for giving the wrong name. It's called Warglaive Gothic. That's the actual name. Nathan's being a troll. Oh, just to clarify, I don't know if you're still in contact with him, Nick, but that's not the Nathan we knew. This is a friend of mine named Nathan who's from Britain. He's British. He likes to drink the tea in crumpets. But actually, without providing any private information, have you been in contact with Nathan at all, Nick? I haven't heard from him in years. Then it became a stand for my nephew's tablet. What? So is your nephew like just like lying in a tablet like on you, or like I'm trying to visualize that. Not really. No one went to the... Ah, okay. That's cool. Yeah. I haven't heard from Nathan. I haven't heard from Ruby. I ran into Ruby's parents like a year and a half ago. I was visiting my old town, but other than that... Jeez. Yeah, I'm thinking about all the old Penobscot Theater crew, and I'm trying to, like, think who I've been in contact with. It's been a long time. I'm in contact with, I'll just stick the first names right now. I'm in contact with Amy, still, our old director. Still in contact with her on Facebook, but that's about it. Love how, like, officially this is called Asmo IRL lore now. Why? Oh. I miss the... I do miss, like, the environment, though. What was the last performance I did? I think it was something Wicked This Way Comes, wasn't that? I think that was our last performance. Although I can't remember if you were in that... Were you in that production, Nick? Something Wicked This Way Comes? Yeah. Okay. Good. Yeah, I'm trying to remember, like, every performance. You are. Yeah. I think you had a bigger bit than me, if I'm remembering the roles. Although I had, like, one of the smaller ones. I had, like, 2 lines, and I hopped on stage once. The most difficult part of that performance was I had to carry, Dang, what was it was one of the younger kids. One of the younger kids, like, there was, like, a kidnapping section. I had to, like, carry him off from the audience. Oh, man. Like, I think I popped my back out for that. That's about what I had in 2 or 3 lines. Yeah, there was a lot of small bits in that performance, if I recall correctly. Yeah. I want to say the kid's name was Michael, I think. Like, oh man, like the little kids. It's really hard to remember all their names. Fun anyway. Yes, it was still fun. Like that's the thing. Like no matter how small the role is, always enjoy it to the best you can. And when you have a good theater crew, it's really easy. Till I look down since I'm wearing my steel toes. Oh, okay. So you didn't even feel it. That's cute. Hey Zoid, you always time these during the moments where I can only stay for a short burst. Well, I don't time them intentionally for that. Just get busy. I don't know. I had today off. That's why I'm doing it earlier than I did yesterday. You know, just trying to make some decent progress on these guys. I do have to head to town in a few hours, but that's a few hours, so we got some time. Yeah, for that performance of Much Ado About not Much Ado, Something Wicked This Way Comes. Part of my performance was like part of the thing we did is we had one of the actors, which was a little kid actor, in the audience, and there was like this section where we tried to like set up like a creepy like intro to like the to the crew, and then my role was to like walk, you know, in part one of the lanes. I think it was stage left, and but like audience right, stage left. I basically blocked the kid off from running away, while another couple of the actors kind of like creeped up on him, and then I picked him up and I had to run all the way onto the stage and then out to backstage. And if I recall correctly, I popped my back. Like when I lifted him, I felt one of my vertebrae go. I'm like, oh! I had to keep running anyway though. I had to carry a full like 8-year-old in my hands while trying not to scream in pain. That was a fun performance though. Everybody had a good time. Ah, for the most part. I'm having a lot of member moments today. Nephew's only adorable when distracted with his learning games. Let me guess. Much younger. Like we're talking like 5 through 7, 5 through 8, somewhere in there. Always catch the VOD later. Well, I appreciate that, Zoid. I appreciate you watching the VODs, and I hope they're very entertaining. Alright, so let's do one more layer of Word Lord on the blade. And from there, set it down. He's 4. Oh, he's 4 and he's using a tablet? Okay. Kids these days, man. Jeez. I don't know. I didn't even have a flip phone until I was like 14. Like 13, 14. That was my first phone, was a flip phone. It was one of my dad's hand-me-downs. Like, my dad had to get a new phone for work, so he's like, hey, here, still got service. Thanks. Tell your sister not to, but no one listens to me. Well, you gave good advice. I want to say that right now. Your sister made a bad call there. I know, I don't... You know, it's not my place, obviously, to instruct other people how to raise their kids, but I really think it is a bad idea to put your kids in front of devices and kind of like build a reliance on them so early on. I don't know. It's fine if like they're older and like they've had, you know, they've played outside, they've gotten the energy out in more traditional ways of being a kid, and they, you know, they know how to have fun outside of the devices. Hey, Karen, I didn't had a phone until I was 18. Yeah, I got a phone when I was 13, but it was a flip phone, and it was mainly because my dad was sick and tired of me asking to borrow his phone. That, and he got a new work phone. My mom was also sick of it, so she supported the move. Well, that's what I wanted to put. I was trying to remember what else I want to put Runoid Brass on. That is what I want to do. It's the corn symbol on the back. There we go. I think she just got distracted because the tablet belongs to the 14-year-old and sister has her hands full with a lot of kids. The ... makes me question what you mean by a lot. That makes me think it's more than 2 or 3. Like, we got a full-blown baby factory going on there, or... If so, good to know that's a healthy relationship. I think. What? Eight? 8? 8 kids? Have they ever heard of condoms? I'm curious. 8 kids. Holy crap. Jesus. I mean, again, good on them. It's happy to hear that they are clearly, you know, I mean, jeez. Holy crap. 8. Effing Dave, welcome to the stream. Afternoon, folks. Afternoon to you too, lad. How you doing? I'm just rather shocked. This is gonna sound bad, but my sister only... Not gonna comment. Not gonna comment. Nope. Not going to comment. That is not my place to comment about. I am going to be good. I promise. I'm not thinking anything rude whatsoever, I assure you. Nothing wrong with a big... There's nothing wrong with a big family. The part that... The 8 was a shock, because I thought it was one woman who had them, but with the confirmation that it wasn't. I mean, the big family, still good, still cute. Oh, I didn't finish reading that comment. Oldest 4 are boyfriends... Are boyfriends from a previous marriage. Okay. I'm not going to pry, but I do have questions. I probably should have finished reading that comment, though, before my brain went to rude places. I apologize. It's the judgmental part of me that immediately was like, okay. Say nothing but rude to the boy. Well, good on you. Hello, USA Libertarian. Welcome to stream. What state or country? Hello to you too. Welcome, I think. What state or country? That was a bit random. You're from the moon, USA. USA, USA. Big families are a blast and holidays. I'll say this. Like I'm an expert on big family. I know a lot of people are like, hey, like, you know, Mexican families or like Latino families are like huge. I'm gonna make a case for us Irish and Scottish families. We're huge too, and we're like rabbits. Like, for example, I have, if my count's not off, just on my mom's side, which is the Irish and Scottish side, I have for cousins. I'll just stick to cousins because it's easier to list that off. For cousins, I have about 48 cousins. About 48. That's just cousins. That's not including their kids, which are cousins like once removed or something like that. That like number almost triples. For I have aunts and uncles. I want to say I have like, well, just on my mom's side, it's like five. Yeah, five aunts and uncles. Then I have my great aunt. Like the tree is it got a lot of branches here. But point is, we have big like family get-togethers with like the whole clan, if you will, and they're massive. They're huge. They're great potlucks. Let me tell you. You want barbecue? You come to our family get-togethers. Like we bring ribs, we bring steak, we bring pork loin, we, fresh bacon, bacon wrapped hot dogs with that are incredibly unhealthy because they're also put like they're put in like I don't know the exact recipe, but this shit's delicious. Let me tell you. We put them in like these big like heat up pots, and you put a little bit of brown sugar on them, a little bit of brown sugar, a little bit of black pepper, and then you just kind of put them on little skewers, and they're really delicious, deadly sweet, grossly unhealthy, but who gives a damn? Like again, our family get-togethers are just barbecue. It's just like no one even coordinates it. It's not like, oh, we're gonna do Italian or we're gonna do this, we're gonna do that. No, barbecue, just barbecue, 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 barbecue. We have like 7 grills going with a lot of burgers and fries and shit. You're going to make fat? I'm already fat. That's why. Make you fat? You're welcome. You'll get fat on the most delicious food imaginable in gross quantities. I don't know. I love my family, but we're quirky. I'll say that. Like the big family unit are quirky, very very quirky. Yeah, we recently did we had a we have a Christmas party as well where the whole clan gets together. My grandparents who kind of built the clan, so to speak, the matriarch and patriarch of the family unit. They're getting older these days, so we did a huge celebration for them while we were there. And my grandfather on that side, like he looks at the family that he created, and he started crying, and we all were like, "Oh, what's wrong, Gramps?" Like we were worried because we thought something was hitting him like with like emotions, and we kind of come in and like he mumbles something, and my cousin was the one who heard it, my cousin Rachel, and she like we had a mic and everything set up because lots of us we needed a stereo system, and she repeated what he said, and what he said was, "I'm so happy I got to live to see my family be so big and so good." And he said it through tears in his eyes. It's like I get it twice at my uncle's funeral when he passed away. His son, when his son passed. That's one time. The only other time was then. Like those are the 2 times I've seen that man cry. 2 times. So it was a pretty like whew moment, Yeah, everyone gave him a hug before we left, and it was pretty cool. But yeah, we filled like a whole building. There was so many of us. Exactly, that is what I mean. Like good family reunion food everywhere, and ideally fun all around. Yeah, we had a lot of fun. I don't know who came up with the idea. I think it was my cousin Josh. But someone gave an idea for the Christmas party to give all the kids these little Nerf guns. They're like one shot like pistol things. And you just pull back on it and it fires one Nerf bullet. And I'm gonna tell you this, by the end of the night, the adults were shooting each other way more than the kid. Like the kids stopped after like 2 hours. Like during like the Yankee swap we were doing, which I don't know if any of you guys know what a Yankee swap is. I don't know if that's like For me, it's normal. It's a normal Christmas tradition, but I don't know if like that's a known thing to the rest of y'all. But we were doing the Yankee swap, and during that whole thing, my cousin Josh like had like a whole pile of Nerf bullets next to him that he had the kids retrieve like a game, and he just kept like taking pop shots at people randomly, and then he would hide it and pretend it was one of the kids. It was hilarious because half the room, everybody was like, "Hey, who the heck shot that?" And they're looking around for the kids, and he's just like, "I wish for one of the kids." Yeah, they're real immature. I'm like, you bastards. Blaming those poor kids. To be fair, they were helping him. They were bringing him the fucking darts. I don't know. My family's quirky. I love them. I'll say this. I don't ever do good at those parties, though. Like, because we have so many family members, I get claustrophobic almost. It's like, too many people. Oh. Alright, so now that that's all set... I could glue him to the base right now if I wanted to. Nah, I'll wait till he's like... I'll wait till I even apply the washes before I do that, so... Next thing I'm going to do, if I can muster enough Runelord brass that hasn't dried... Get the last of that armor panel that I clearly missed. That's awesome. Yeah, thanks. Well, I love my family to death, but we're a big clan. I did do a DNA test a few years ago. Well, my sister did, but we have the same exact genetics, so I just used her test. Turns out we were exactly what we thought. You know how you always see like those videos and stuff for like the DNA tests? And like there's always like the shocker, like, we're that? No way. For us, we were like, yeah, called it. What was it? Mostly Irish. Well, sorry, mostly English and European. We looked at what that meant. That included Ireland. And then it showed like where our most likely relatives were, and it was all Ireland. I'm like, what do you mean? Like there was like one or two dots. Like they showed like a little map. There was like one or two dots in England, and that was it. The rest was all over Ireland, and I'm like, yeah, called it. Hey, they sound great, Asmo. I may not have a big family, but I feel you. Too many people. Well, yeah, you don't like everyone has their own threshold. For me, I can't handle a room more than 8. I want to say more than 8 to 12 people is when I start getting like just being in the room gets kind of like exhausting. For me, being in a room with a lot of loud music, like a club or like a party or a dance, like it at that point, it doesn't matter if there's like 20 people or 5. Like at that point, I'm getting exhausted very quickly. I get burnt out on people easily. Yeah. I love my family. They're fucking nuts, but love them. Actually, I don't think the family will get mad at me for doing this. I don't think the family will get mad at me for doing this. Hold on. They shouldn't anyway. There he is. Okay. Just switch to my headphones for this. So this is my uncle who passed away. Again, I don't think the family will mind if I do this. I will full screen it though, just to be safe, so I don't see the account. Okay. Alright. So, this is, I'll just play it in the corner while I work. but this is my uncle who passed away. And he used to do a couple videos straight here on YouTube. Might get copyright hit, but I don't care. Just because of the music. The song he sings is he was a. By the way, he made that. That is an old gas can, and like the top of a guitar, and he made that himself. But
Eat doggies. Riding on my grandma road back in 1923. Grandpa kept it in his coat and showed it once to me. Said, boy, you might not understand, but a long, long time ago, Grandma's daddy didn't like me none, but he loved your grandma so. We had this crazy plan to meet and run away together. Get married in the first town we came to and live forever. We're nailed to a tree where we were supposed to meet instead. I found this letter, and this is what it said. If you get there before I do, don't give up on me. Me too when my chores are through. I don't know how long I'll be, but I'm not gonna let you down. Darling, wait and see. Between now and then, till I see you again, I'll be loving you. Love me. I read these words just hours before my grandma passed away. In the doorway of the church where me and Grandpa stopped to pray. No, I'd never seen him cry in all my 15 years. As he read these words to me, his eyes filled up with tears. If you get there before I do, don't give up on me. I'll meet you when my chores are through. I don't know how long I'll be, but I'm not gonna let you down. Darling, wait and see. Between now and then, till I see you again, I'll be loving you. Love me. Woo! Yeah.
That's just about perfect.
sorry. I haven't listened to that in a while, so hit me more than I was expecting. He lived a good life. Yeah, again, I don't think the family will mind. Yeah, used to share. He used to make like videos of Facebook and stuff too. With that whole fucking. I remember when he first started showing that to my grandpa. That hole in the gas can, or what it is called. Does it help with the sound the guitar makes? Somewhat. It kind of imitates. That was awesome. Yeah. One thing I used to always say, well, I can't really say I always said this. I just repeated it whenever my mom said it, but like we always told him like, hey, you should like go on the road, you should start a band, you should do all this. He was very musically talented. Like my grandmother used to say like he could make music with a couple of rocks and a stick, and it would be something you would feel like you would want to pay for at a concert. He had a real gift for music. It's funny is he never like went for it though. He was a redneck through and through. He had a practical job. He liked to work on cars. That was his job for the longest time. Guitar reverberates so the guitar gets forced into through the hole. Yeah. It's the old man. Seen that sort of guitar before? Yeah. He scrapped it together with some old parts. Again, redneck through and through. Like, my dad has a lot of the same, like, traits similar to my uncle did. Like, a lot of being able to make something out of nothing or out of junk. Like, if you would have taken my uncle to a scrapyard, the guy looked like he was at, like, Walmart. I'm sure if there had been shopping carts, he would have brought shopping carts. He would just look for any old scrap he could, and just to make stuff. He was a good man. Thanks for sharing, man. That was great. Yeah, I mean, God knows, everyone should have heard his voice. But I won't dwell on it too much. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you guys enjoyed it. But yeah. Man. Today's been weird. You guys have learned a lot about my my family a little bit today. I learned about my time at Penobscot Theater when Nick was here. I don't know if he left. I haven't seen him in chat in a while. But yeah, kind of today, like if you would ask me at the beginning of the stream, hey, how personal is this gonna get? I wouldn't like, no more than I usually do. Whew. Man. New guy who knew how to play with spoons. Like, when you say play with spoons, like literally just clang spoons together and make music out of it? Like, compelling music? Or is this like a specific, like, thing? It was spoons. Fucking, my mustache hairs keep tickling my nose. Oh, by the way, after I get back from town, after I finish this stream up, which we're still going for a while. Don't worry, I'm not wrapping up or anything. But, yes, make music. Okay, cool. I'm gonna hopefully stream a little bit of Dark Tide tonight. Probably won't be streaming tomorrow. Well, no, I probably will tomorrow as well, because that's when Caboose gets home, and actually playing with a friend would be nice. But yeah, be on the lookout for that after this stream. I'm gonna hop into one of my Discord stream rooms. Don't worry, I'm gonna still talk to the chat, but just in case any of my buds wanna come on and talk to me via VC as well, and also interact with you wonderful, amazing people, I'll open the floor to them. And not gonna lie, I'm a little knocked off my game now, cause of that. Oof. Spoon Man. The man has magic hands and magic spoons. I think it would be politically incorrect to call him a spooner. Fuck. Sorry, I'll be mature. Oh man. Alright, so now that we've done that. Okay. I'm gonna use a little bit more lead belcher to get the ring on the back here. Don't sweat it, man. Hurts Susan family. My dad passed away last July 4th. Oh, I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah. I mean, that's, part of life is the end of it. And it's good to just make the best of it while you have it, right? So we all gotta do. I think that's why, like, my family, traditionally, we don't have, like, funerals. We have celebrations of life. Like, we try and focus on all the good that came out of everybody. So. I'm biased when I say this, but I think that is a better way to do it than just, like, a straight funeral. But like I said, I'm biased. Bad anyway. Let's talk something silly. Hey, you have a way that he is preserved. Yeah, we do. We have a very... And that's not the only one. He sang Simple Man from Leonard Skinner. He sang, I want to say 3 other notable songs. 2 of them are Leonard Skinner. That's on video, though. He would sing all the time at, like, parties and stuff, along with my mom and her sisters. Had, like, a quartet going, you know? I gotta say, like, that entire generation of my family were very musically inclined, and it showed. It really showed. It still does with my aunts. Like, whenever they sing together, it just makes you, like, it makes you wonder why they never, like, did anything with that. Like, none of them ever, like, were on America's Got Talent. None of them tried to go to Hollywood and make, like, a career out of it. They just sang for their families and for us. And I swear, like, all of them had the musical ability to definitely have made a career out of it if they wanted to. But they wanted family and a simple life more than they wanted something bombastic and crazy. At least that's how my mom always put it. I don't know if my aunts would all say the same thing, but probably. Don't lose focus. You need to finish those things for the tournament. Carry on for corn. Unfortunately, like I said, I'm probably not going to be able to. I'm definitely going to take my orcs. But for the next tournament, these guys will I'll tell you this. I am gonna hammer down for the next tournament and get these guys done. But for this tournament, there's no way. Like, especially, I haven't even assembled Angron, haven't even assembled the Chaos Rhino or the rest of the Corn Berserker. I have too much to even just assemble, let alone paint. So, I am going to hunker down and, like, get these guys painted, though. And I definitely want them done for the next tournament, which is in another month. There's a 1,000 point tournament coming up, in February. Late February, so I do got to prep for that hardcore. So your cousin smoked his grave as a last smoke with her, sort of a send-off. And hey, that's a tradition. I won't judge though. Like, yeah, I mean, we remember those we lost in unique ways. I know one way I sent off my my uncle was I don't like beer. I really don't. I'm not a huge fan of beer, but I remember like a story when I was little, like we were all hanging out at a Christmas party, fittingly, and I went downstairs to like the basement area where a lot of the adults were just hanging out, while the kids are hanging out upstairs, with supervision. Went downstairs because I just wanted to get away from the hustle and bustle, and my uncle was there, and you're little, you don't understand. Like, for me, I saw canned drinks, and I was like, soda. So I went to go grab one. My uncle stops me. He's like, whoa there, buddy, you're getting ahead of yourself. I went, I want one too. He's like, all right, try this. He handed me a can of a beer. I took a sip of it, and I was like, bleh. And he went, yeah, that's what I thought. Go upstairs. So kind of as a send off to him, after he passed, I drank the same beer, not the same exact one. Obviously, it had been over a decade since then, but the same type of beer. Like I got like a small pack of it, and I drank the whole pack, just kind of as a remembering thing. So honestly, probably smoking a single cigarette was probably less unhealthy. Hey, Ball, welcome to the stream. How you doing, you amazing human being? Alright, so I need a bone color for the skulls inside this thing. So, give me a second. What do you know? I got bone white. Oh. Hey, Hoach, welcome to stream. Watching a diff video. Oh, watching a diff video. Gonna finish it up, but somewhat listening to in the background. Well, that's okay. You can finish up the video and then come back. No pressure to stay. Still alive. Yes, good. Stay alive. Still alive. Oh, trying to finish Bjorn. Yeah, I saw the picture you sent me in DM. Sorry I didn't respond, but I did see the picture, and you're making good progress. Yeah, I see you're going with the old school gray as opposed to the blue gray. That's like the modern colors. This is gonna look pretty dirty, but kind of have to paint through the bars to do it, so that'd be why. You're too old for the new stuff. You're not too old. You're too refined. That's the word you're looking for. Like fine wine. It's not worthy of you. Let's be honest here. I'm not repainting all my old minis. You don't have to. No one expects you to. You painted them the way they were meant to be painted. They have to adapt to you, not the other way around. GW shows up to Ball's house. And you paint your minis the old way? This cannot do. Ball lights cigarette. Sorry, white cigar. cracks neck. Bring it. Put him up in it. Actually, no. Not cigar. That's not ball. Puts teabag in mug. Sets tea aside. Kicks ass. Comes back. Sips tea. I don't know. As much as that is a joke, we're getting to that stage where it feels like that's what, like, GW and other companies want to do. Is, like, just show up and dictate your fucking minis to you. We're getting to that stage. I really hope that remains a joke for a while to come, but still. Oh, Ball, did I ask you your thoughts on the Solo Exilia? Because I was hyped about that. I don't know if you saw my video. But I was really hyped about the Solo Exilia. Exceedingly hyped. Because I had always wanted to pick up the Forge World resin kits, but they were always too expensive. And, you know, to make like a proper Solar Exilia army with them, you spend a shit ton of fucking money. So I'm so excited they're in plastic kits. No, you did not, but I am hyped too. Yeah. I'm so happy they're in plastic kits now. And those new tanks, those designs. But again, you should watch my my reaction to the Las Vegas Open stream, Warhammer stream. I literally watched live as they unveiled the Solar Exilia. Oh, I was hyped as hell. Anything to add to the Horse Heresy game will be good. Yeah, I was actually surprised that they're adding in Solar Exilia. It would be cool to get. I was just thinking that. Yeah. It'd be cool to get orcs for the Horus Heresy era. Because they would definitely be slightly different than the orcs we know for the modern 40k. Not quite. Oh, Fafnir Green said. You watch it? Awesome. The Solar Exilia Dreadnought will apparently get rules soon. Saw on the Warhammer community site. Nice. Yeah, I still have yet to play a game of Horus Heresy. I gotta ask my local game store if they're gonna set up any tourneys. I'm going to do another layer of the bone white. And then I'm going to do the rim in Runelord Bress. Runelord. Okay, I joined you, VC, but I'm cooking at the moment. Too much noise, I think. In the meantime, I'm just looking and having you in the background. Hey, I'm all too glad to be in the background for you. Providing... Fuck, what's the word I'm looking for? There's a word I'm looking for there. Providing... It's not entertaining. Like, no, that's not the word I was looking for. Oh, serenading you as you work on food. I gotta trim my mustache because I keep feeling it tickle my lips. Ugh. So we're almost done this guy. Definitely need to touch up the Rune Lord brass on him in a couple spots. USA Libertarian says, what if 30k orcs still only had Age of Sigmar tech because they hadn't seen or looted new tech yet? That would be funny. Lore-wise, that doesn't work. Orcs, in terms of technology, had about what they have now back during the 30k era. You gotta keep in mind that orcs have been orcs, not Krork, for a long fucking... Orcs have been around since, like, the War in Heaven with the Necrons. So, technologically, they would... The only real difference between 40k orcs... Oh, fuck, I nicked the... Damn it, I nicked the skull. Now I gotta fix that. Technologically speaking, the only difference between modern orcs and the 30k orcs would be the 30k orcs arguably would be closer to Krork than the 40k orcs. Not drastically so, though. Like, basically, like a normal orc boy would be about the size of a modern knob, and knobs would be big, slightly bigger than that, and then of course, like the war bosses would be even bigger than Gazgul. Yeah, and they were closer to Krork during the 30k era, but not drastically. They were orcs still by that point. Still, though, that gives you a lot of room for creative designs and giving them slightly different aesthetic than the 40k stuff. And think about it. All the people who collect orcs for 40k, who would really want to play Horus Heresy with with orcs, you just gotta make some slightly different alterations to the currently existing kits, and just scale them up slightly, and boom, you'll make some decent money on the Horus Heresy era orcs, because all those people will have to buy fresh armies for them. Not that I want to help GW and nickel and dime people, but still, just saying. GW, we've got to have money. Yeah, but Ball, if you're available a little bit later, I'm thinking about playing Darktide this evening. Although, of course, I suppose that's going to be late night for you, though, isn't it? Yeah. Dang. Orcs 30k was more of a danger. That's why Big E went to wipe them out himself, and was almost killed while he was almost killed by their war boss. Yeah, that's how much. Like I said, they were closer to Krork, but they were still orcs, which makes you think, how scary were the fucking Krork? Because 38k orcs were still lethal and badass, but they were still orcs. They're not Krork. They still devolved to the point where they're no longer Krork by 30k. You're on earliest tomorrow? Yeah, that's fine. Like I said, I figured. I just had to remind myself of the time difference. But yeah, like 30k orcs were badass enough to make the Emperor, like, almost kill him. Almost kill the Emperor. So it makes you wonder what the Krork were like. Like, Jesus fucking Christ. Like, can you imagine what the Krork were like way back when, fighting the Catan and fighting the Necrons? Back in the heyday? Damn, would that be, like, it's so cool. Like, an idea of, like, what the Krork were like. the intelligence level of humans, but but with all the same abilities and strengths that the orcs have to this day. That is a frightening. That is a frightening circumstance. I think the Krork basic troops would be on power level of a Primarch or just a bit lower. Yeah, probably. I mean, with the level they de-evolved to in 30k alone and being that much of a threat to the Emperor, yeah, like they would have had to be frighteningly powerful. I mean, they were powerful enough in combination with the Eldar at their heyday that they were able to terrify the Necrons of Catan and really crush them. It was. Ugh. That's probably why we'll never see them in model form. Except for fan stuff. Fans will definitely make Krork models and stuff. We're talking Insane Wars back in the War in Heaven. Yes. Yes. Got a loose nail. Ow. Insane level wars. Trying to carefully just do the bars around the skulls is difficult. Yeah, if they ever, like, I always wondered, hey, Daniel Lindsay, welcome to stream. What's up, how's everyone? I'm doing pretty good, how are you? I always wondered if they were ever going to make a tabletop game based during the War in Heaven era. Like, because we have the Horus Heresy era, and the next biggest era way back when was the War in Heaven. Oh, I'd be curious to see if that ever happens. I don't know if I'd want that, though, because that would give it scale, and part of how it's written is directly attempted to keep it vague, so the imagination fills in the gaps on that, so... Just got off work because of rain. Okay, so lost 2 hours. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, man. Hopefully, you get to make up those hours. But welcome to the stream. Hopefully this will help entertain you. Keep you company. No war in heaven mode. Keep it vague. Yeah, it's probably better to do that. I'm just surprised they didn't even attempt it though. Like, at least they've yet to. Hello? Hmm. Can I help you, sir? Sorry, my cat's scratching my leg. Where'd you go? Want me to let you outside? Fine. I will let you out. One moment, my friends. My cat is being an ass. I'm coming. I know. I know. I know. Go on, have fun. Kill some rats! So a cat? Yes. Exactly. Alright. Ah. Ball is in Sleeper's den, but he's not chatting with me. I'm offended. Offended, I say. Ah, my eyes. Maybe I should start doing eye drops or something, because my eyes are drying out. Ugh. These are coming along smoothly. Thanks. Was so far still in the base coat stage, getting all the Runelord brass on. But yeah, should be ready to do washes relatively soon. Yeah, relatively. Making progress. And I will say this, like, I'm not a speed painter. I paint very slowly. But I think my miniatures come out higher quality because of that, because I don't rush. But that's me. I admire people who can make like high quality minis in like under like a half hour to an hour. Me, one miniature probably take me about 7 hours, 8 hours. That's if I'm purely focusing on the mini. Doing it in streams, obviously I'm like splitting my focus.
Hello, you little sproglet.
Ah, hello, boy.
How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. How are you?
I'm not doing bad. Not doing bad.
How's work?
Uh, I don't know how it's been the last couple of days. I've had 4 days off.
Well, that's good. Got time to relax and recharge.
No,
No?
been putting new fence.
Yeah. At least you got a little bit of variety in your tasks.
Yeah, true. I thought I'd have a bit of painting this evening. Try and get him finished. The old boy.
Old Bjorn. Yeah. Dragonis has got the Bjorn I did, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that looked pretty damn good.
I think so. And I think yours is coming along very nicely.
Yeah, I just sent you 4 new pictures. Stage I've got up to now. With his arms on.
Oh, look. He's looking very nice.
Thank you.
I love the color variety and like the tubes and stuff connected to his sarcophagus.
Nice. Cheers.
Very nice.
I thought I'd go for the old school look.
Yeah, that old school pale gray.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. You told me one time you didn't like the new gray that they do, the blue gray look.
Yeah. It's one of them though. I've got so many freaking old third edition models with that grey.
Yeah,
I do like the old Horus Heresy grey though. That's my favourite grey out of the two.
can't blame you. I prefer that gray too.
But having Bjorn in Horus Heresy grey does not make any sense.
Yeah, because he wasn't entombed until after the heresy.
Yep.
He wasn't entombed until after Lehman disappeared.
Yep. A couple of 100 years after the heresy.
Mm-hmm. Eh, don't fall.
That's one thing I really wish they'd do for the Horus Heresy is bring Bjorn rules for Bjorn out.
I mean, at the time he was a wolf guard, wasn't he? Or was he?
Sort of.
Yeah, I'm not even sure if he was that high ranked yet.
Mm, Lehman's basically took him into his wolf guard, but he didn't really get along with any of the others because he wasn't technically to the stage that he should have been promoted. He was like borderline.
Part of the entourage, but not part of the crew.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the poor old git was always the old one out.
Dan Lindsay says the only Space Marine that can call Dante young. Is he the only one? Well,
Yeah, actually, yeah.
yeah, I think he is.
Yeah. Because I think you've got Dante, then it would be Ulrich the Slayer, then it would be Grimnar, then I'm not sure who would be in age, which Space Marine would come close to those.
So yeah, I think that's right.
Because Ulrich the Slayer is actually older than Grimnar.
Yeah.
Because he's the wolf priest that initiated Logan, which is the old wolf.
Space Wolf's got a lot of the older characters.
Why I like them. We're all grandpas.
Relatability, you old graybeard. swear, doing these like little precision lines is worth it when it's done.
Yeah, Daniel, I think you're right. I think Dante is the oldest living space marine outside of
Yeah, outside of a
dreadnought
dreadnought.
armor.
Definitely. And before Rylanor died, wasn't Rylanor the oldest? Like,
He, yeah, he would have been the oldest in dreadnought
yeah,
play because he was a dreadnought during the Horus Heresy.
right.
But obviously, he had a little oopsie with Fulgrim.
Well, technically, the oopsie was that it didn't work.
Yeah, well, did it though? Because he pretty much shattered Fulgrim's pride.
Oh yeah, that part he succeeded. His goal was to kill him, though.
Yeah, true. He didn't manage to kill him, but he came down close to destroying him.
Oh yeah. And
Let's face. God, sorry.
yeah, it's amazing that there are people out there who don't know like a single or know hardly any Emperor's Children characters, but you say Rylanor, and pretty much everyone knows Rylanor.
Oh yeah, 'cause he's the chap.
Yeah. Rylanor did the Emperor proud, let me tell you.
Yeah, well, he's the Ancient of Rights.
Mm-hmm. And he went out in a pretty crazy way. If I recall correctly, there were 1,000 sons present during that, right? And they...
Yes,
Yeah, okay.
they were the ones who found him. And when he got the virus bomb, they actually held it at bay for a short time before even they sided with Rylan. I was like, nah. Fulgrim, nah. Rylanor's correct. He's the boss here.
Yeah.
So they let him detonate it and kill everybody.
Arn says Lucius Malfoy. Actually, that does remind me. There's Lucian, right, of the Emperor's Children, the Sword Master.
Yes, the Lucius the Eternal.
Yep.
Yep, the guy that you never want to kill.
Yeah, because if you kill him, you become him.
Yep.
Which is really fucked up, but very chaosy.
Oh yes.
He was the one that and was sent down initially amongst the other believed loyalists, and then he turned on them. Or am I misremembering that? During Isfan 3, after the virus bombing. Like, he was sent down with the Emperor's children that were meant to be killed. And he survived. Initially aided the loyalists of the traitor legions who were trying to hold their ground after the virus bomb, but then turned on them.
I'm not sure, to be honest.
Pretty sure I remember that.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, Daniel Lindsay says yes. He is the one that opened the gates at the final stand. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So I remember that correctly.
It sounds. I was going to say it sounds like something he would do because he was a very, very honourable space marine up to the point that he turned.
Yeah.
I mean, he was best mates with Sigismund.
Yeah.
Sigismund, Khan, Lucius with like 3 chads going for a beer.
Yeah, they were all expert duelists of their particular legions. Honestly, I think Sigismund's still the best, though. Overall. Both personality-wise and as a duelist, because his score with Karn was they were mostly tied until in terms of like personal duels, and then when like the heresy popped off, Sigismund definitively beat him on Terra.
Yeah.
And as for Lucian, though, Lucian and can't remember what they were at for duels, but I'm pretty
Uh,
sure Sigismund was... Lucian might have been the superior sword in sword play, but I think the superior overall fighter was Sigismund.
Well, yeah, because Lucian was killed.
Yeah.
That's why Slaanesh had to put that little ace up his hole that basically anybody who kills him becomes him.
Yep. Make it de-incentivize anyone from killing him. Because you don't want to become his ass.
To be fair, my favourite of the Emperor's Children is the one hardly anybody realizes is an Emperor's Children. Fabius Bile.
Yeah, well, you can't blame anybody for forgetting because he himself doesn't really care for the Emperor's Children.
Hey, I want to correct a little bit about Lucius' bullshit power.
What?
It's if you take pride in killing him. Which leads to a bunch of bullshit resurrections,
So
by
wait,
the way.
are you pulling an actually?
Kinda.
Actually.
Actually.
Because that is way more... Because that's way more stupid than you think.
Well, I already think it's stupid, but go on.
So that led to a time where he stepped on a landmine. Usually, what would you say if he steps on the landmine? No one really killed him, right?
Right?
And no, the person all the way fucking nowhere in some fabricator world took pride in making the mine. And guess what?
Okay, that is...
Lucius took him over.
That's bullshit. Slaanesh, I call bullshit. Your rules are broken. Because
Like,
the pride
if it-
was not in the killing... Like, I can get it if the pride is in killing Lucian. But if the pride is in making the bomb... Really?
The mine. Like, that's even more, like, disconnected.
You are German. Like, I say bomb, and you're like, what, mine? It's like, what is a mine? What is a mine, Karn?
It's,
Tell me right now.
It's an
What is a mine?
explosive.
What
it's
is
an
it? What is
explosive-
what is an explosive device? What's another word for an explosive device?
Yeah, but it's an explosive device
An
that
IED.
gets set off by stepping on it. That's a mine. You typically don't set off a bomb by stepping on it.
Oh my god. You're German.
By the way, it's stepping on it, not stepping off it. Fucking movies.
Knock knock. Who's there? People ask the
depends on the,
questions.
Depends on the pressure plate.
Yeah, but in movies, it's always one you have to get off. It's like, what? But yeah, Lucius' powers, quite bullshit.
Yes, I agree.
Because could you imagine if someone kills him and takes no pride of it, but his parents are prideful of him? Then Lucius takes one of his parents.
Yeah.
Well,
Not
that would
saying
be,
that
that would be
happens,
Fulgrim.
but yeah. Like Lucius is. They had kind of this cool idea, but then they just did that with the guy who made the mine.
So the most ideal situation is a orphan that is a nihilist that takes no pride in anything he does, killing him.
Not knowing who he killed.
Yeah, just
And
knowing you killed
the people who trained him can also not take any pride into making that orphan. Yeah, whatever, making that orphan.
Okay, we've got the easy way to kill Lucius. Basically, what you do is you get some factory they develop this bomb or mine or whatever. Then you exterminatus the planet.
No, but then the guy who did the plan might be prideful of the plan.
Yeah, but that's why you send in a Vindicator to sort him out.
It's like that TTS meme where it's like, oh, what is this? Ah, how do I say? Wait, what is this? This Inquisitor is corrupted. Wait, what is this? Die, Space Marine, for your corruption. Hello.
At this
They exterminate
moment-
us from orbit.
At this moment, Lucius has to die by happenstance. Like someone actually, I don't know, someone needs to accidentally run him over with a rhino.
Like Karn?
Yeah, but maybe lethally.
Only a rhino? But that didn't do anything to Khan. It just made the rhino angrier.
It's just so funny.
It made
that
the rhino more deadly.
It's so funny that they thought Karn was dead, They go to him, and he just wakes up screaming and kills the first person he finds. That I don't know. I still find that funny about Karn getting impaled on the front of the fucking rhino.
Yeah, but let's face it though. Getting run over, you've got a normal human gets run over by a Baneblade and gets up from it and walks away. You really think a rhino's gonna hurt a Space Marine?
I think if you get between the treads, maybe you can survive getting run over by a Baneblade. I don't know how high they are off the ground.
There is one thing that keeps Karn going more than anything else, and it's pure unadulterated spite.
Me or the fictional character?
Yes.
Okay. It was a mine.
Oh, mine!
Click.
No, it wasn't. It was a bomb.
It's a bomb with a pressure plate.
He was killed by a Custodes and took over the commander, right? Lucian?
Lucius.
Did he take over
Lucius
Custodes'
Eternal,
bomb?
huh?
Oh, I
Wait,
think.
possible?
Yeah, that's awakening some memories. I think he did.
Like I say, I've got this little thing in the back of my head, but it could be just like a fan
Yes.
novel or something like that. But
Yeah.
or it could be an official story. I don't know. I can't remember, to be honest. There's so much to freaking.
Like
try
I
to
said,
remember.
they screwed this power up so badly, it might as well be true.
They should bring Doom Rider back.
Doom Rider. Sorry.
Doom Rider. Yeah, Doom Rider needs to be canon.
Again. He was canon. To be honest, I don't think they have. I don't think they've said he's not canon. He's never been retconned.
I don't
Yeah,
remember
but
him being decanonized. That's new to me.
But they haven't talked about him in ages. I don't think he's in any army list.
I mean, I gotta.
He was.
I'll be right back. I gotta put more water on my wet pellet.
It's like Harry the Hammer. Like he came back recently.
Yeah. But he
Well,
was
as Harold
so much-
Hammerstorm, but he's still Harry to me.
Yeah, but he was so much fun to play on the tabletop as well.
Not the
Doom Rider.
custodian, the human in charge. To be fair, either way, Lucius Power is bullshit.
Oh yeah, but let's face it, pretty much all the Chaos sides powers are just complete bullshit. It's like when Khan finally died. It's like, yeah, he's on top of a pile of bodies,
He
definitely
was
dead.
happy as he could be.
Yep. And Khan just went, you're not dead now.
We still need to sell models of you. Stand back up.
All right, here's a question. And we were talking about it on my previous. I think it was yesterday's painting stream, but it might have been the day before. So you know Valkia the Bloody, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. So we were talking about it yesterday, me in the chat, and one of the things that was brought up was like Latara Saren in 40k becoming the Valkia of 40k.
Honestly, I cannot see that.
Really?
Nope.
No, because she's actually
She's
part
a commander,
well,
not a fighter.
well, not only that, she actually became part of the ship. So if you were playing in, say, Battlefield Gothic, and you were using a battleship as her, fair enough, but not as a model of her. She merged with the ship.
All right, fair enough, I guess.
Like, Korn is more about personal achievements, not controlling a big ship.
I didn't. Was it canon she merged from the ship? I thought that
I'm
was.
pretty
a
sure
theory.
I'm pretty sure she merged with the ship towards the end of the novel. She just like got absorbed into the ship.
Which, granted, is something that can happen.
Yeah.
Part of the ship, part of the crew, except she's.
Especially,
well, she is the ship.
especially with as an example, the Terminus Est.
Yep.
I think a lot of the quote-unquote crew was absorbed.
Yeah. That's just what happens a lot of the time with the Chaos ships.
Yeah, just think of every Chaos Dreadnought. Sooner or later, they become
Hellbrood.
Hellbrood.
Which I hate, by the way, like, personally.
Yeah, Hellbrutes don't look as cool.
They don't. They really don't. They look to me. They look lame by comparison.
So, I like the time before the Hellbrutes when it was just that the basically the Chaos Dreadnoughts was completely insane.
Yeah,
And
like that.
literally they had to be
Yeah,
chained
they
up
don't
after
afford
every
two-
battle, and
Like
They don't
I
afford
think
two
they
Chaos
should
Dreadnoughts.
approach Sorry, they should approach Chaos Dreadnoughts the same way they approach like Chaos Terminators, right? Normal Chaos Terminators are just Terminators with spikes, pretty much.
And
Like,
horns, yes.
spikes and horns. That's it. Like they didn't make them all mutated. Now don't get me wrong. I think that's a cool option to build like for a Hellbrute. If you want to, like if you're running like a Nurgle army or a Slanesh army and you want a lot of tentacles, you want a lot of pus and stuff, you want a mutant looking thing. But what if you play Iron Warriors?
yeah,
You basically got to take a Dreadnought and kit bash it. Because like that's your only option. You can't.
Yeah.
Because speaking as someone like I'm not an Iron Warriors guy, but I respect and love the aesthetic of Iron Warriors, and they don't like typically go for the chaosy look, like in terms of like the fleshy bits.
They're also not supposed to. Like they see
No,
mutation as terrible.
Yeah.
yeah. They'll cut the if it's a limb, they'll literally cut it off
Yeah.
if it's mutated.
A problem if it's the head.
Yeah, then they pretty much will kill the Marine.
Yeah.
So like they should have a Chaos Dreadnought for like at least Iron Warriors players, and even like
No, not just Iron Warriors
yeah,
players. It's
I think Khorne as
the
well.
same.
Personally, I think would also work with that because
It depends.
I don't think Hellbrutes fit with the aesthetic of Khorne. Because Khorne isn't really into like the big body mutations as much. Like, like even if you look at the demons of Khorne, right? Like Bloodthirsters, and you look at
Bloodthirst, you mean those things with their elongated heads and longest tongues and horns?
yeah, but they're uniform in design though.
Yeah.
Like they are like alien looking, but they're uniform. They're not like for example, Nurgle's units. They're asymmetric in design. Like one half the body will be like a tentacle with like a bug face. The other half will be like quote unquote like a gray normal human like limb and like a big bulging eyeball, but it won't be like a bug eye. Like very asymmetric.
yeah.
But for Khorne, it's very symmetrical. Like if you were to put T-pose a Bloodthirster, it would look similar on either side. Like if you were to T-pose,
I don't think I can
a
imagine something
bloodletter.
as terrifying as a T-posing bloodletter.
That's just horrifying.
But if you were like,
Just T-pose
the
as
point
a
is,
T-pose.
if you were to T-pose them or Y-pose them or whatever,
Yeah.
like they would look symmetrical. Like they're not mutant.
Yeah, I see what you're
Yeah.
getting.
So
yeah.
for me,
Yeah,
it
yeah.
doesn't make sense for Khorne to run a Hellbrute, which is very asymmetrical. So like that's me. Like for me, Iron Warriors, Khorne, they would make
Night
more
Lords.
sense. Night Lords, it'd make a lot more sense for them to have standard dreadnoughts, but chaosy, like a lot of trim, spiky bits, horns, but that's it. Like more mechanical feeling.
To be fair, even
What's up
Thousand
with
Suns-
the Thousand Sun Dreadnoughts? Are they also dust inside? Then those wouldn't become Hellbrutes.
Exactly, that's the other thing. That's why I was thinking Thousand Suns. It makes no sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unless they've stuffed a Psyker in there.
The Slanesh ones need a huge sensor bar. Preferably the entire model.
I think Slanesh makes sense with like tentacles and stuff though, like that's on a Hellbrute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's
so
this
also-
black block you brought on the table? Oh, that's my Slaneshi Hellbrute.
So,
I heard people are streaming, so I cannot
actually,
show it.
that unironically might be a thing in the future with like GW and like the censorship stuff. Like they like at official tournaments, like they might not like. Granted,
You see
as it
this
is,
army of the Monet. The nets
What do you
is
mean?
just black cubes.
like
they already pretty much did that in Age of Sigmar.
pretty much.
The first thing they did is go, oh yes, Slash is tied up in a dungeon held by Tyrion and Teclis.
Yeah, poor Slanesh. Can't be as horny as she wants to be. Because the company that makes her are trying to appeal to the wider audience. Honestly, like, I heard a story, and this might be complete bullshit, by the way. What I'm about to say is not confirmed, and I saw, like, one picture of it, and it wasn't very conclusive of the picture. But I read a story that someone shared online where they brought a kit bash Slaneshi army, where apparently they did like a lot of sculpting of like Green Stuff World and 3D printing extra models, and they gave a lot of the models intentionally like big fucking bazungas, like intentionally. And the guy said he was trying to accentuate the sexual aspect of Slanesh for his army. So he brought them to a tournament, and the tournament goers made him sit for like 2 hours while they deliberated allowing him to play. They allowed him to play, but they made little like paper, like craft paper little boxes to put over the miniatures.
Okay, that's funny as fuck.
Well, it was.
Okay,
I don't know if it's true, but it's so fucking funny.
I see it as a truth because that means my jokes had basis in reality.
That for me was so fun. It's like, all right, you can play. We're not gonna ban you. Oh yay! Just put all these fucking little craft paper boxes over your minis, please. Damn it!
Why did I even paint them?
But 10 out of 10 for painting.
I mean,
Like
yeah.
it just flat out wins the painting part.
Oh, that was funny. Again, I don't know if it's true, but I really, really hope it is because it's just such a funny visual.
If it's not true, someone needs to make it true.
It is.
Mind you, you look back at the Golden Demons and what have you, and some of the Slaneshi models back in the late 90s, early 2000s, some of those models were really...
Risque.
yes, in today's age, very risque.
When the flags the Slaneshi demons or Chaos Warriors used were just straight up tits and veg.
Pretty much. They were literally like 50-50.
Yeah, like the old school fantasy
Yeah.
Slaneshi units.
Oh,
They had
yeah.
Tits and veg banners.
I mean,
I wonder what they are fighting for.
feminism.
Where does the stench of fish come from?
No idea.
I don't know.
There should be more fish-based Slaneshi units just for that joke.
Well, the thing is, modern GW would get like raked through the coals by the fucking psychos if they try it, because that would be the first jokes we would all make, and then all the wokos would be like, "That's offensive to women." It's like, well, they're demons.
And
I mean-
only to women with poor hygiene.
As much as I will rag on GW and what have you, at the same time, sometimes I do feel a bit sorry for them, because they're damned if they do and damned if they don't. They'll get flack from one side or flack from the other side.
I feel,
Kind of.
I feel bad for
What?
them, and it's very rare, to be honest, because for me, it'd be easier to feel bad for them if they didn't do things that across the board were bad things. Like,
Yeah.
the price hikes, especially during
Oh, yeah.
COVID. Like that, I'm sorry, you don't need a business degree to be like, hey, a lot of people are locked inside right now and are looking to buy minis to occupy their time. Maybe we should make that easier for them. We don't have to lower the price drastically. We can still make a massive profit and empty out our stocks.
Well, even if you did put the price up, if you put it up with a reasonable amount, people wouldn't be as upset. It's how much they actually put it up by. That was the big issue, I think.
Yeah, I mean, I never thought I'd look back at the Combat Patrol price when they first came out, which was like $140, and be like, yeah, I wish it was $140 again.
Well, I remember going back to the early 2000s. A squad of 10 Space Marines was £10. It was £1 a Marine.
Don't, Karn.
I'm not saying anything.
Anyway, I think the cheapest it's been since I've been in the hobby for Marine, just using the Marine example, I was able to get a squad of Mark III armor plastic Marines back at the beginning of 8th edition. I think it was only like $30. It's like the cheapest I've ever seen it.
How many bucks?
30.
Jeez. So I'm trying to work it out into sterling.
Yeah.
About what? 20, 22, 23?
Yeah.
See, again, like you more than double what I remember when I first started. In fact, that wasn't when I first started. That was when I really started buying a lot. The odd occasional.
It's weird to think that like I've been in the hobby for 11 years now, and there's so many people who've been in way longer than me.
How long do I like Warhammer? 12 years, I think now.
12. So you got in a year before I did.
26, 27.
Yeah, because it wasn't really much of a thing here in Germany, especially Bad Nowhere where I live.
Jesus, I've been in like 27 to 28 years in the hobby.
Yeah, you are almost as long as the hobby exists.
Yeah, thanks, Gun.
You joined during second edition, didn't you? And so did Ball.
That was when I really started playing a lot of it. I did catch the tail end of Rogue Trader, but second edition came out not long after I was introduced to the hobby.
Damn. Yeah, you are part of the old guard.
Yeah, which is again what in a way frustrates me with how the hobby goes and the topics that are discussed in the hobby these days.
Yeah.
It's like when I was a kid, it was like nobody could. You wouldn't if you went back to like the late 90s and stuff like that and told people that this would be the discussion in 20 years time, 30 years time, nobody would believe you.
I wish I didn't believe me. Like
No, nobody ever believe you that this would be the topic of, especially with all the books and everything that we've got now.
Yeah. I really wish like we could talk about actual fandom stuff. Unfortunately, things have taken the turn that they have. But the goal is to eventually get back to being able to have actual fan discussions. Just working our way to that point.
Sometimes the barbarians are at the gate, and sometimes you then need to throw back the barbarians.
Yeah. Oh, Honey says, not gonna lie, I thought about saving so I could buy some minis, but then I saw the price for Deathcore. Assuming you mean the Forge World prices? Yeah, those were bad.
Or is it the plastic ones? Because even the plastic Deathcore's expensive when you think how many you have to buy.
Yeah, because you have to buy the Kill Team kits, right?
I think so. I don't know if you can get individual.
Yeah. As far as I know, you can't get the individual models. That's the 3D print, obviously, but we're talking like official.
I'm gonna have a look now. I really do not like GW's new website.
I know, right? As much as the old one was kind of like old-fashioned, so to speak, but at least it was straightforward.
That one looks even more old-fashioned.
To me, it looks like the website was made with like one of the website generator services, like Wix and shit.
That's Squarespace.
Yeah, it kind of feels like that as opposed to a custom website. And Daniel says, yeah, for my 1K Suns stuff, I am looking at $500 USD.
Oh, no, you
$500 reduce.
You can buy a Deathcore of Krieg Infantry Squad Advancing for 10 models. It's 54. sterling.
54.
Yeah. So you're talking $70-something dollars a squad.
I swear to God, when this when say what you will about the woke stuff, say what you will about anything, but honestly, the thing that's gonna burn this hobby is the pricing. Like, it's so.
Why
damn
do you
near-
think I don't own a single model?
It's so damn near impossible to try and.
Oh, that's the resin kit. Sorry, that's the resin kit. It's just
Okay.
going to, but still, for a resin kit, that's just ridiculous.
Especially if it's fine cast, like that shit's.
Yeah,
They shouldn't be charging anywhere near what they do for fine cast, especially with how many times there's an error with it.
Yeah, but the thing is, it's still in the molds the same as the plastic, even though it's resin. So
Yeah.
it's not like they're having to get 3D printer to print each model out. They're literally just injecting resin into a mold. It says, and then they open the mold up. It's done.
Yeah, and there's something about that process that's really fucked. Like,
Yeah, it's because molds are old.
they're old, and I honestly they're old. I know that's the reason for a lot of the problems, but it's also honestly I just don't get why they're still using injection molding with resin. Like that, the process itself presents issues with the miniature. The warping
It's
and
cheap.
stuff. Yeah, yeah, that figures why they do injection molding instead. But good God, like the number of like Forge World models I've gotten where I had to blow dry the damn thing for like an hour or more to eventually shape it myself back to something functional. Like I got a Nurgle Demon Prince from Forge World.
Oh, the crooked sword issue.
Yeah, that thing was like the whole sword was shaped like a C.
Oh, you could have made a cool hand scythe out of that in retrospect.
No, because it wasn't curved along the edge of the blade. It was along the flat.
Oh yeah,
edge.
it was bent from the side.
Yeah, it looked
yeah.
so fucked. So I had to after blow drying it for an hour, carefully carefully adjusting the shape throughout the hour. I still only got it to be slightly straight.
I think I would have gotten sick and just held a lighter to it.
You know what I did? Because eventually I did give up because it just looked so bad. I 3D printed my own resin axe with my own printer and glued it to the Nurgle Demon Prince. And it looked way better anyway.
The Nurgle doesn't use that many axes.
No, but it still looked better than trying to use the...
Yeah, it wasn't that dig on it looking good or bad. It's just something I have never thought of, that they don't use that many.
They use a lot of, like, really fucked up looking scrap sword and shit.
Yeah.
Alright, so I think... So that's all set.
I guess it's also because Korn already got all the stocks on axes.
Yeah, you put in the reservation.
Yeah, buy in bulk.
For a martial god, you really picked a weapon that doesn't have that good of a martial history.
I'd have to disagree there.
Like, if you are not talking about pole arms, if you are talking just about those hand axes,
Yeah, but
like pole arms were king. But
it
like,
depends what period you're talking, though.
I usually go off medieval periods.
Because most of the peasantry and what have you, they just got
Yeah,
whatever they could get. So,
And they were
axes-
usually given pointy sticks.
that's if they were lucky.
Because
of the
those pikes
peasantry-
were just... I don't know, the pikes were pretty cheap to make.
Yeah, but that
I think
costs
if
a
I
lot of
Lord... No, it did not.
money. The Lord had to pay for his troops.
A bad Lord doesn't. And then he's going to reap the rewards for that. Like, one of the most effective revolts, the Flemish one, it were just normal dudes who made big spear clubs. And they screwed over the French really damn hard.
Daniel Lindsay said flails too.
Oh yeah. Nurgle does use a lot of flails. Because they can make them look like sensors.
Corn use a lot of flails as well.
I don't know about fantasy. I know in just using the Jakhals as an example, vast majority of them have either chain swords or chain axes.
No, they do use a lot of flails in fantasy.
They do?
Mm-hmm. So they can hit themselves as well.
And
One thing that always got me is why Slanesh tend to use scimitars.
Because
Elegance?
they look aesthetically pleasing.
They'd be much more suited to like a foil or a rapier or something like that, a light, fast-moving weapon.
Or those Indian whip swords.
Yeah, anything that's fast. Right. Yeah. I don't know.
I forgot the Urumi.
Those-
Those whip swords are called Urumis.
Or a chakram.
And he says hitting yourself with
A
a flail
chakram is
just
something
sounds
to
very
throw.
painful. Yeah, if you ever wonder what that would somewhat feel like, ask any idiot who bought like nunchucks from like a mall store when he was like a teenager. I've seen so many like edgy teens do that shit. I saw that growing up. Like you go to the mall and there's like that Hot Topic ripoff store that has like a bunch of cheap ass mall weapons, and they always had like the nunchucks. And then some idiot thinks he's a ninja, goes home with it after buying it for like $80, and it starts whipping it around and smacks himself in the face.
Annihilates his own nuts.
Honestly, like if you ever wonder like what hitting yourself with a flail would be like, that's like the light version. What do you want, you bastard?
Mow.
What do you want, you foul evil demon?
I do like mall ninjas though, it's always funny.
Oh, it's funny when they smack themselves in the face with the stuff that they're throwing around.
The most unusable knives. This knife looks like a dragon. It will steal your soul. No, it's going to bend and break.
You do this every time I stream. Why?
Because cats have a knack for timing.
No kidding. Your timing is awful.
Meow. Oh.
You are a menace.
I think my neighbors can hear it when I crack my neck.
Can they hear it when you have that inhale, desperate breathing shit?
I don't think they do.
It would shock me if they didn't. Jesus Christ! I hope you have some close neighbors who keep an eye on you, because every time you do that, I think you're gonna die.
None that would care.
I care.
Yeah, but you are not a neighbor. One neighbor doesn't even understand me. He doesn't speak German.
You live in Germany.
I know.
How do you have a neighbor who doesn't even understand your language?
Because he
Quite
gets money
easy.
from the state.
You need to come to Europe, Asmo.
I already do.
No,
enough
I got
foreigners
two
here.
neighbors that cannot understand me.
You mean two?
One lives to my left, the other one it's apartment above.
One to the left, one to the right, one to the up and down.
Yeah, you definitely need to come to Europe as well. I think it'll open your eyes a bit.
What, to the invasions? I know that's happening in the UK a lot. Is you guys are getting a huge influx of illegals.
Like I say, I think you need to come over to see yourself.
And I hope
And
to do that at some point. Saving up some
I'm
money.
currently, I think, in my apartment complex, I'm the only one that actually pays money for his apartment.
Sounds about right. You need to pay market on.
Kitty Overlord demands blood. He does, actually. Thing is, they cuddle up and love on us humans, and then they're like, alright, now let me outside. We let them outside, and they come back with dead things. It's like, I killed this bird. Take it.
Or they just get the claws out and they're like, Rocky, I've had enough. Now let me down. Now.
Yeah, I loved it way back with Morgan when I was closing my door. My cat went, meow, open it. I open it, she looks at me, turns around and goes somewhere else.
She was just testing to see if her authority still had weight. Like, okay, hey, listen to me. He's still my slave. Bye. Yeah, come to Europe. Gotta meet up in UK or something. I would love to. I'm still saving up money, though. Right now I don't have much saved up. A lot of it's spoken for. I got a big payment coming up with I got heating oil I gotta pay for, and that used to be only a $700 bill, but now it's $1,400. Thank you, Biden.
Be them.
I'll never ever get the view of him being helped up the fucking stairs to Air Force One by Putin out of my head. That's forever ingrained in my fucking memory.
Anyway, I think we ought to steer away from the politics.
I think mine is still when he fell up. When he fell up is still in my memory.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, I would like to go to the Uk. The Uk.
Uk.
God damn it, cat! Your hair's all over my fucking mini now. Are you happy?
You're welcome.
It's not an aesthetic adder.
Instead of the Furies of Corns, it's the Furries of Corn.
Oh god.
It's the Meow Marines.
Meow meow meow.
Ooh, notices your warhammer. Why did this taste? That tasted like ash in my mouth.
What?
Wait, the Meow Marines.
Saying that.
Meow Marines?
Aren't they the Celestial Lions? The Meow Marines.
Oh, the Celestial Alliance. They have a cool paint job.
Wait,
Yeah, but their naming convention is just dumb.
Yeah, unlike Space Wolves or what?
Space Wolves say it's the wolf.
Yeah.
The wolf.
Wolfity wolf,
Yeah.
wolf.
Wolf.
Even the Black Templars have a little bit more variety than that.
What does it? They have like 14 units with the word wolf in it?
Let's see, there's the Wolfen, the Wolf Guard. Those are the ones that immediate come to mind.
Wolf Lord.
Wolf Lord.
Thunderwolf Cavalry.
Thunderwolf, yes.
Wolf. If you can count the Wolf and Dreadnought.
Yeah.
Why not?
Then you got the Fenrisian Wolves, if you count those, just to see.
Did we already? Yeah, Thunderwolf Cavalry. Yes.
Yeah, you've got the normal wolves as well that you can take as a unit.
Wolf Priest.
Yeah, Wolf Priest, Wolf Lord.
We already had the Wolf Lord. Okay, let me look it up.
I was wondering who would be the first to give up and be like, alright, let me look up the list. Scout Wolf, Stinlands. Actually, I had the Codex supplement.
Oh, Great Wolf.
Yeah, great.
Great Wolf. Iron Priest. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Wolf
that's-
Guard. Oh, whoa, those are old minis. That's an old ass list.
Honey says, I once had a cat. I keep saying it like it's honey. I'm not pronouncing the T. Hunty. I once had a cat that would bring me the neighbor's chickens. Yeah, that tracks. The neighbor still thinks that it was a snake eating his chickens, despite me telling him it was my cat, and I bought him new chickens. Well, that's good of you. That I want to praise you for. Yeah, that's very kind of you to replace the chickens.
But the question is, were the chickens tasty?
Well, probably if it happened frequently.
Cyber Wolves.
The funniest thing I've ever seen is our cats chase our chickens, but they know not to hurt them or touch them because we've scolded them, and they got bored of us scolding them, so they're like, "Ah, fine, I won't do it anymore."
So, Cyber Wolves are apparently also a thing.
Yeah, cyborgs, yeah.
It sounds like an '80s TV show. Cyber Wolf. Actually, that would also work in like the '90s.
Oh, why is the Lexicanum taking so long to load up?
I know, right?
Someone at the Lexiconum HQ is using the outhouse. Just a guess.
I don't think they are. No, there's a Blood Claws, Assault Ancestor, Sky Claw, Swift Claw, Inceptor, Weaver, and Cursor, Wolfen, Fenrisian Wolves. Long Fangs. I'm going to skip everything that's fucking Primaris.
Good idea.
Wolf Scouts, Lone Wolves.
Yeah, lone wolves, yeah.
We already had Wolf Guard, Thunder Wolf. We already had that.
Wolf, 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 wolf.
Great Wolf, Wolf Lord, Wolf Priest.
I'm seeing a trend.
No, that's it. I thought they
Yeah,
had more.
it's one of. I think it's one of those things that it's the units that basically are the good units, so that the units that always get played. Of all, that's how it's like heavily focused on the wolf. Because you always want a wolf lord, you always want a wolf priest because they're your apothecaries.
Yeah.
You always want the wolf guard, terminators, and that was the only way you ever got sergeants for your squads. Is used to buy the wolf guard and then place them into the blood claws or grey hunters. Otherwise, there was no sergeant for them. Still don't like the look of the Thunderwolf cavalry, though. I still think that's dumb.
I still don't like how the Wolfen look. They still look like Wolverine to me.
For me, I would have and I'm kind of rectifying that with Warglaive a little bit with the Warborn, but I would have liked them to actually look like wolves. I'm not a fan of the hairy dude with claws werewolf design. It's very boring.
Hmm.
I like the more Helsing style werewolves. So that's my preference. Matthew Grun says,
Yeah,
I
I
like
can
the
see
old,
that.
I like the old Wolfen from the Eye of Terror campaign.
Oh, yeah, that was good.
I don't know what those look like. Should be way more werewolf, less big hairy dude. That's my takeaway. Like I prefer like
Yeah, more wolf, less Wolverine.
yeah. That was always my preference of like werewolf designs. My least favorite werewolf design is the original movie monster one, the Wolfman. I'm sorry, but and also the remake mimicked that somewhat, and for me, I'm like, listen, if they had the makeup back then to do like a wolf head and stuff, they would have. They
Oh,
would
yeah.
have. So don't like everyone like trying to like mimic that design. It wasn't like a stylistic choice. It was a hey, we have like a couple hairballs we can use for the costume. All right, glue it to the guy.
It wasn't the style at the time.
Michael Shelley, welcome to stream. Yeah, they were. Yeah, they were what? Huh? They were
I
more.
think he's on about the Wolfen.
Yeah, okay. They were more wolfy, less furry. All right, then I would have liked those designs then. Yeah, like that Helsing design werewolf.
That was the 13th Black Crusade that got retconned into non-existence because GW didn't like the results.
Oh, the poor wolf priest that has to deflee all the wolfen.
You kidding me? They make the new recruits do that.
Actually, the Wolfen get dumped down in the bottom of the Fang.
What, do they just corral them every time they need them for battle?
Pretty much. I mean, the Dreadnoughts, the Wolfen, really respect the Ancients, so they'll actually follow them. They see them as like an alpha.
Now think of like the Death Company from the Blood Angels, and you're pretty close.
Oh, yeah.
Just not as cool.
Or not as crazy.
Yeah, but the Death Company is way cooler.
Death Company's insane, Wolfen are feral.
Eyebrow raise.
Death Company all think they're Sanguinius dying by horse.
No, facing horse, not dying by.
I'm pretty sure it's him killing Sanguinius. It's that point that they all relive.
No. That was what started. Like horse killing Sanguinius is what started that.
Oh, it's Scar.
Psychosis.
I thought you had an account actually on YouTube called Scar. That took me a bit. Well, how you doing, man? Hey, you want to play Darktide? The name like totally left my brain for a moment there. Want to play Darktide later? I don't know how long you're up today. It's the final battle, not his death. Yeah, it's the actual fight. They see themselves in the fight. That's why they get so fucking bloodlusty.
I would love to play Darktide later.
Yeah, let's go. Hello, Scar.
Hello.
Awesome. Yeah, I gotta do some chores after the stream, but it'll be like in 2-3 hours.
It's fun.
Yeah. Caboose will be good to play tomorrow too, so I'm gonna see if I can play with him tomorrow as well. Yeah. By the way, I have a question about the veteran. What's the special ability actually do?
Depends on which one you pick, but like the stock one.
Yeah, the
highlights all specials.
Oh, okay.
As long as they're not Ogren. You can get an upgrade. There's 3 different ones when you get them leveled up. There's that one where you can pick if he is going to highlight Ogrens, ranged units, or just specials. And then he also gets an upgrade that allows your teammates to see them.
Does it give some buffs or?
I do believe.
He gets the Witch Hunter thing, doesn't he? That increases damage on a target that's been.
Yeah, I think it's highlighted targets take more damage or critical hit damage.
No, it's weak spot damage, so headshots, beasts and Nurgles, back, like anything like that.
Yeah, weak spot damage.
Yeah, so basically, they just copied the Witch Hunter from Vermintide.
And then he has another ability that is basically the Commissar's Shout that gets anybody up that's downed and also overfills toughness. And I don't remember what the last one is Infiltrate, where you just turn invisible.
The one with this Commissar Shout sounds something like it's necessary for higher difficulties.
I love it. I think it's awesome.
Yeah, I just started work. I also want to go back and use my Preacher at some point, but right now I'm just trying to get back used to it with the veteran.
I mean, it's pretty fair. I like both of them.
I really like the melee focus of the preacher. Is it still? Did they clean up?
Oh,
the preacher?
trust me. The veteran, if you go down the right line, like literally the bottom right line, you'll be a better melee specialist than the fucking veteran or the preacher.
Damn, really?
Yeah, because you just get so much faster swinging. The thing with the preacher, the zealot is what he's called, is I don't know if you've played Rogue Trader, the game.
I have. I haven't made it. I haven't made it very far. But
if you look into the Arch Militant stuff, it's all about the versatility with switching between weapons, and that's what the zealot does. Like you get skills when you dump your mag, you get bonus melee damage, and then you get melee kills and you get bonus reloads. So you just keep switching back and forth.
I have noticed the reload bonuses early on.
Mm-hmm.
Like if your mag isn't completely empty, it'll reload 20% faster.
Yep. But then later he gets upgrades that if you dump your whole mag, you get 5 seconds of bonus melee damage, and then you get, with melee kills, you get stacks that will give you up to like 20 or 30% reload speed.
That's Gage from Borderlands 2.
My biggest criticism with that game is you can't play it like you can with Vermintide single player, so you can actually like take your time and actually explore.
What do you want to explore there? Those levels are generated.
Unless you DC from your unit, then you can play solo with bots.
Can you?
You can put it to a private game.
Yeah, but you can't You can't go in with just one player. You have to go in minimum with 2.
Oh, really?
So you have to have
I've never
a friend
tried, so
you have to have a friend to play private.
I don't have any friends. Well,
Exactly.
fuck you.
That's pretty fair. I've never tried to play by myself. So.
I've even tried unplugging the internet and starting it up. It just doesn't work.
We're in the internet age, folks.
It's like, I don't have internet. It's like, idiot.
Could you imagine not being able to play a Dark Souls game unless you are online?
Oh my god.
No more pulling the Ethernet cable at places you know that it's full of thick holes.
It's like, well, we're about to get assassinated. No, we're not. Unplugs Ethernet.
Dude, that's one of my... I like Sniper Elite 5, the invasions. Man, those guys will rage quit so fucking fast when you kill them.
I mean, Sky,
it's horrible.
To be fair, you've rage quit before as well.
Oh yeah, but like, if you're gonna turn on where somebody can invade you, and then get mad when they kill you, and just instantly close the game, come on.
You know, Lindsay says increase damage, fire rate, highlight specials, and then it can spread. Okay.
Yep. It used to also automatically reload your ranged weapon, but I don't think it does that anymore.
I used it a couple times. I don't think it did. The mag was still at the same number, if I recall correctly. I've almost done.
But like I said, that sounds like the Anarchy build for Gage in Borderlands 2.
I'm trying to remember how I make this. Do I have a gloss? I used to have a fucking gloss wash, but I haven't been able to find it once. Oh, let me give me a second. Urgh.
So calm. Asmo's taking his headset off.
Now, if you need to say something edgy, do it now.
I almost forgot we were on a YouTube stream, and I did. I almost did.
Basically, everybody acts really, really innocent when he comes by.
No, just yells, "Man, wow, I can't believe you said that."
No, everybody just say calm.
That's not funny if it's not angry.
can't really believe it.
Dude, Tang and I played the Saints Row campaign together.
Oh god.
That had some con situations. Because he did not know how much I love using explosives.
It's bad enough playing Payday with you.
I don't like explosives in Payday.
No, but you like to massacre the
I
money.
never kill the civilians.
You kill the money.
Every time I accidentally kill a civilian, it's an accident because they sometimes look like bikers or gangsters.
Finally.
I will never forget that the one civilian I killed because he got this basketball team shirt on because I thought he was like a blood or a grip. No, it's just some random ass basketball fan I shot in the brain.
Jeez. Matthew Gwen says, I've rage quit a few times on Hold Fast. Hold Fast? What's Hold Fast?
Civil War Simulator.
Yeah. It's the one where they have the drums where people actually drum pretty cool music.
Gotcha.
I think everybody's rage quit in a game at some point.
Oh yeah. For sure.
Yeah, I absolutely have.
I am definitely guilty as hell about that.
Am I guilty of rage quitting? I'm now thinking.
I rage quit on Helltaker. Because I was on the final boss of that game, and
Isn't that the... Which one is Helltaker? That's that weird side scroll, right? Or something like that?
Oh, I know where I rage. It was during the
Helltaker
closing.
It's a kind of a puzzle game, for the most part. It's the one where the guy who made it basically made it so he, like...
Collect the harem, right?
Pretty much, of, like, demon girls, with the exception... Like, one of them's an angel, but the vast majority of them are demons.
So you rage quit an H game?
Well, no, it's not. There's no actual... Wait, have you guys not played... Did you guys not, like... play
No,
Helltaker?
I thought it
No.
was a different game where you, like, jumped off a ship, where you are like a parachute trooper in the future. But I guess that was a different game.
Yeah, it's a very different game. Dawn93, welcome. World Leaders Jakhals. They make a good alternate model for Chaos Cultists. They are Chaos Cultists, though. Like, that's the thing. Like, whenever I explain that to people, Jakhals are just a very specific Chaos Cultist. They're corn Chaos Cultists.
Is that what you're painting right now?
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't know what you were painting.
Yeah, they're Jakhals. They're like the most basic infantry for World Leaders.
Oh
Yeah.
man, you gotta sue GW for that name.
No, you're
Yeah, they are written different. I know.
Yeah, this is Jackal, which is based on like the other nickname for like a coyote. What I have is
And you are like
Jakhals, which
Jackal
is
with
based
a Y.
Yeah, it's like Jekyll and Hyde Jekyll. So one's Jackal, the other one's Jekyll. And believe it or not, my units, I wrote that before these units came out. So
No, I
if
believe
anything,
those
GW
are
owes
pretty
me
fresh.
royalties.
Yeah, but that's that.
But yeah, like that was a joke, by the way. I don't actually. The part that wasn't a joke is I did write that before Jakhals came out, but regardless.
I wonder if GW's, with that being the Jakhals, I wonder if they're going back to the days of the War Dogs. Is it the War Dogs? Okay, what was it's called before?
Wait, what? Which one?
I mean, the World Leaders were called the Warhounds at one point.
Warhounds, that's it.
Yeah.
I wonder if that's where they're getting the Jakhals from.
Possibly. The lore of the Jakhals, as far as I know, is that, again, they're essentially corn chaos cultists. They have some specific flavoring to them, though, more than just being that. They're normally captured, this is the part that I don't like, is like the capturing part. Originally, the part I didn't like was the drug part, because that felt very Slaaneshi to me. But as others have explained to me, it's the excess of drugs. It's not necessarily the usage of drugs. It's in and of itself a Slaaneshi. So that's a fair point, but I still don't like this part. Corn Berserkers and World Eaters basically capture people on worlds that they raid and savage, and pump them full of drugs, which is a kind of like a steroid rage drug that also mixes in a little bit of, it's either corn berserker blood or it's like corn demon blood. I can't remember which one it was.
So they give them spiked friends on.
Yeah, if you actually look at the model, that's what the thing on the back is. I'm currently painting skulls on. Those are like the tubes full of the drugs, and there's right there that black line. That's two tubes pumping directly into their heart, and then there's also some pumping in directly into his brain. It's a war stimulant essentially that boosts
So pretty
them in
much
battle.
like an Eversor assassin then.
Similar, yeah. Pretty much the same idea, but again, specifically for like they're the best way to put them in terms of their stat sheets. They're weaker corn berserkers, but they cost less points. So if you wanna run a world eater's army, but you're going for like a horde as opposed to, spamming berserkers, you'd field these guys because they're cheaper and you can put more of them on the tabletop.
Yeah, with the current edition, you need numbers.
Yeah, numbers is a huge thing with 10th. Which is why for my 2k point army, I have 2 units of 10 Jakhals alongside 3 units of Corn Berserkers. Basically, I'm gonna use these guys as bullet catchers. Like they go in first, they absorb the first line of fire, hopefully not dying in the process, and then then I'm gonna have the Corn Berserkers overtake and rush the line. That, and I can also use the Jakhals to capture points.
Yeah, that's something I don't think a blood-crazed berserker would be very good at.
Standing there on a point? Yeah, no.
Putting up a flag.
Orcs aren't good at it either. That's why I fucking hate 9th and 10th edition.
It depends, because some orcs could be like, oh, I'm going to loot this, and during the looting he just accidentally makes a fallout
in the
shelter.
midst of a battle, what is an orc boy gonna do? Stand there while he's getting shot at, or want to rush the line?
I can see a death call like seeing some shinies and accidentally making a fallout shelter out of that.
One is like, it just doesn't feel right to play an army.
They would never do it really on
so
purpose.
Aggressive and so melee focused to just stand there behind some cover while trying to capture a fucking point. It just goes against how the army is meant to be played. Yet that's all 9th and 10th edition have been, and 8th edition has been too. But like 8th and 9th edition, every tournament, every game, it's objective control. Now, people will say, well, you can focus on tabling the other... Yeah, but that's not a guarantee. Nearly every army has been, quote-unquote, balanced to the point where you can't... Even if you make, like, a killer fucking list, at best, you're just going to hound the enemy. You can't really table them very easily. Unless your opponent's stupid and rolls extremely badly. So tabling is less of a reliable strategy, even if you build for it and you're really good at it. So now, the most practical way to win a given match is you kind of have to capture points and do secondaries. Which, if you play an army like World Eaters or Orcs, where they're not really... They're glass cannons almost. They're meant to dish out an overwhelming amount of damage up close and personal, as opposed to stay behind lines and cover and capture points.
It almost feels like 3W is doing this on purpose, so to have not that difficult of a time to try to balance things.
Oh, they're definitely doing the balancing on purpose. It's just the motivation is where it's in question. It's like, are they doing it because they just really suck at balancing, or are they doing it because they genuinely think this is the best move?
Again, which is why I think Horus Heresy's doing so well.
I mean, it has been doing well in my local area, but I definitely hope it's doing well overall.
Oh, sales. In a lot of the actual stores, where I've still got friends who go into them or work in them and what have you, they're saying that a lot of the newer players are still buying 40k, but a lot of the people who've been in the hobby for at least a couple of years, are starting to move over to Horus Heresy and just ignoring 40k.
Can't blame them. It's a better time lore-wise, and it's a better time... honestly, I'm liking the models more.
Yeah. And the old guard and what have you, they've just instantly just swapped over to Horus Heresy.
Yeah, who doesn't know who doesn't like the Horusi?
The Horsey.
The Horusi.
Germans.
No, comment. No.
Horus
Hold on.
Heresy. The
Hold on,
Horusi.
Wait. I will defend
Hello.
Karn on this one. My ADHD-ness, I have been recording videos, and I have it scripted out, and I will still say Horace.
The Horusi.
Yes.
Horusi.
Yeah.
So it's not a German thing. It's just a special person thing.
I still call it a German thing because it's funny.
But, well, the other funny thing is I did take German in high school, so fuck it, let's go with that.
You're infected.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got you to speak German at the beginning of the
Don
stream.
93 says, Jakhals, I think they are a reference to being a war dog like a hound. Yeah, and they were also called, the World Eaters were also called the war dogs. Or the war hounds, sorry. Hounds, dogs. Are you going to do the German thing again?
No?
It's not a bomb, it's a mine.
Actually.
A mine is a bomb. It's a specific kind of bomb, but it's still a bomb.
And that's why we are using the specific name for it.
Oh my god, German.
And the specific word is a mine.
Oh, by the way, I came up with a good idea, Asmo. I want your opinion on it.
Sure.
So I just got a new game yesterday, and I came up with a good little shtick that I think would make good videos. But how far has masochism and self-torture done normally?
There are people who go max rank in Yu-Gi-Oh with shitty decks. That's pretty masochistic.
It's Cooking Simulator VR.
Cooking Simulator VR.
Yes.
Uh,
So not only could I play it in VR, but I could actually make the recipes IRL.
That does sound kind of torturous for time consumption, anyway.
Well, like so I was talking amongst some of the people I work with, and one thought this would be particularly funny, and I only went over one recipe. Tomato soup. Okay?
Okay.
750 milliliters, because for some reason it's a metric, of chicken broth. 12 milligrams of salt and 12 milligrams of pepper. 6 milligrams of cayenne pepper.
oh.
It's spicy.
8 tomatoes and 1 onion. And then you boil it for 60 seconds and then blend it and then add in 150 milliliters of sour cream.
But that's not tomato soup.
That's going to be a thick tomato soup.
That was a very visceral reaction, Asma.
That's disgusting.
That's going to be thick.
Like, I could literally see working with that through the cayenne pepper and shit. It's be spicy, but honestly, that almost makes it a salsa. You lost me in the last part. Like,
So now, would that be entertaining though to watch me attempt to make that and then potentially eat?
Yes, but I don't want you to die.
I don't think that will kill him.
That's not even tomato soup, though.
But here's the thing: I haven't even got started on the other dishes because I have 3. Well, one of them I cannot do. I have 3 other dishes unlocked currently in career mode. 2 of them are fish. The other one is pork
Delicious.
chop.
But you can do fish.
Yeah, I can do the fish, but here's the thing.
Oh,
If
God, go
I
on.
cook salmon for 90 seconds on one side and 90 seconds on the other, it's not going to be done.
You're... Yeah, okay,
If
yeah.
it's thin enough.
Want to cut people off, brother? Yeah, that's fine, Hoch.
Huh? What?
Hoch had to leave. DC. Don't.
Okay.
Yeah, he just didn't want to cut people off.
Oh, you know what else you can do in VR?
Wow.
Flying simulators.
Oh, no, they're good.
Like war.
Okay. Okay, here, Karn, let me put it to you this way. I just got this game yesterday, and I only played it for like an hour and a half, and I was massively motion sick from playing this game, like worse than Faz. So
Oh yeah, you got used to fast.
Like I got used to Faz, but like playing this game, like I guess where it's just brighter, I don't know, but it messed with me bad.
Yeah, because it's almost like you are back at work.
Actually, you know what? I enjoy I enjoy the game a lot better because I don't have people around to irritate me. Although, you know what did kind of... Hey, Asmo, do y'all have a radio where y'all work? Or do y'all just, like, hook up a...
The kitchen staff have a speaker, and they hook up Bluetooth.
Yeah. Yeah, that's, I think, every kitchen in the United States, or every kitchen maybe in a restaurant. That's what we do, too. They have an actual radio in the game, and it pissed me off because it doesn't work.
Oh, they have one in, like, one of my favorite games on Steam is Signal Simulator, where you are just some random ass SATI guy. And that one also has a great ass radio, where I constantly listen to the Bulgarian radio.
Aw, Tang would be appreciative.
It's a very nice rock radio with some songs that you typically don't hear at radio, and it's amazing.
Oh, by the way, hey, Asmo, I got 3 words that probably will not make sense to you in this order. S'mores trail mix.
Well, how shouldn't that be made sense? It's s'mores, but with trail mix.
No, that's not what it is.
Like, it's not like you put trail mix in the s'mores and then you put the bread.
No. It's s'mores flavored trail mix.
They put marshmallows in it? What do you mean?
S'mores flavored peanuts, graham cookies, milk chocolate drops, dark chocolate chunks, marshmallow flavored coated marshmallow bits, pretzel balls, and roasted peanuts.
Balls.
And you bought this on purpose.
I bought this on purpose.
It doesn't sound bad. It
doesn't sound appetizing for this me. Like, trail mix is supposed to be, well, it's supposed to be like somewhat like a healthy like snack while you like.
They have a churro flavored trail mix. Come on.
Like, this completely defeats the purpose of a fucking trail mix. Like, trail mix is supposed to be like a semi-healthy snack, somewhat, for like hiking and stuff. That's always been its usage, as far as I know.
Well, no, I wouldn't say healthy because.
Well, again, semi-healthy. I know there's M&Ms normally in it, but.
No, it's nuts aren't as healthy as you might think. That's because they are loaded up with oils. And taking in too much of those does literally make you fat as fuck.
That's fair.
So if you want to go on a diet, don't pick a nut-based diet.
Alright, so I think I finished base coating him. Hold on, let me zoom in.
I am disappointed in all of you to not make a cum joke.
Alright, so how's that look? He's all base coated.
It looks good.
Actually, hold on the zoom for. Oh wait, no, I missed the skulls on the side. Fuck. It's corn. There's so many skulls.
Yeah, it's kind of weird how Moko's skulls go at the models, not at the throne.
Well, they gotta have their own collection.
Corn gets pissed. Pay your skull taxes.
They do. These are just the spares.
Corn says pay tax.
Corn has a tithe too. It's just only blood and taxes. Just do it once over. Fuck, I nicked the little cape thing. Oh, that's fine. Just do another code.
I also got a game in addition because it was part of a bundle. And I don't know why, but after thinking about it, this one makes me think of Karn.
Okay.
It's Thief Simulator VR.
I'm not a thief. I'm Christian, not true.
That's not where I was going with it, but it is a game I can see you play.
Did you say that before you thought about it? Because that's what it sounded like. You were like, no, because I'm not Jewish.
Yeah, it's a reaction. What should I say?
It's like I could not help myself.
I could not. Oh, hi, Mark.
Oh, wow.
But why Thief Simulator?
It was just part of a bundle with Cooking Simulator.
Oh, why me?
Oh, why you? This is a game I could absolutely see you playing.
Like, I like being a rogue, but I'm not really a thief.
Again, this is a game I could
Tomato,
see you
tomato?
playing. Yeah. So you're a slightly more stabby thief. Okay.
That sounds like one of the concepts you and Tang have for your campaign. Oh, it's a rogue that hates stealing. What?
Yeah, actually, we made a character that's supposed to be a cleric that was a kleptomaniac. But it's
I
like
can
a
see that
doctor.
making sense.
To be fair,
that's
I
like
can't see
a-
anything wrong with that.
And it's like a Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde kind of deal. Where you would switch between being a rogue and being a cleric.
No, if
Yeah,
you'd have
but
said a necromancer cleric, then I would have said, nice one.
No, that I
No,
could also see making.
that's obvious.
Isn't that all clerics with a revive
Yep.
spell?
And Tang and I wanted to make very obtuse and stupid things. The weirder the combination, the better it would have been.
I don't know. I think it's a pretty weird combination to be a rogue that doesn't like stealing.
But we already had the rogue that only uses intimidation.
True.
And can't read.
Worth a damn.
We never got to describe what the character thought Thieves' Cant is, right?
I don't think so.
It's practically writing with crayons. Like if it's no pictures, he cannot read.
So he can't read.
He can't read.
So he can't read. No.
That's why he was able to read in the weird puzzle place. Because that was kind of supposed to be one of his inner desires.
Reading?
Yes.
Fair enough. Okay.
The shock in your voice.
As if any character would make any sense in that game.
None of them did. Not a single one of them. But that was kind of the point.
Well, your stars, but you're going to see later. Like, it's not a joke that your gains are divine.
I know. Oh, necromancers are just healers with bad timing. Damn, as I said in the chat. Like, my bad,
that's
my
fair.
bad. Resism.
Like, oopsies. Wrong spell.
Oh, I must use the wrong color. You to me. Yeah. What time is it? Oh shit. Alright. So I will. I think I have enough time to finish this guy. Should. Yeah, because I only got a few more steps. Then I gotta run to town and do the chore I was given, so...
Aww.
Yeah, don't worry.
I forgot. Aww.
Don't see them as chores, see them as quests.
I mean, that's fair.
How to make work fun with Khan.
Yeah, I just gotta grab some...
Give yourself a reward after it, like doing cocaine. And like with every reward, you shall not overdo it.
What if I want to?
Look at make yourself feel better about reality. See everyone as non-necessary NPCs.
You might be the NPC in someone's life.
But think about it if you look at everyone else as if they're not tagged as necessary.
The links of the prophecies have been severed. You now live in a doomed world.
Well, everybody have a good night. I'm gonna go chill before getting up in a few hours.
Alright.
Well, take
Have
it
a good
easy.
night, Paul.
Have
You
a
will.
good stream. See ya. Bye.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That is one way to get painting very fast. That is from Daniel.
Yeah, gotta... Wish I wasn't in a rush now, but fuck.
Pretend like you're painting minis of people in your life, and then when you get done painting them, put them in a blender.
I would like not to put them in
That would be
paint.
a horrible waste of money.
Especially with how
But-
expensive these things are fucking getting, Jesus Christ.
But imagine the satisfaction from it.
Just put the frog in a blender, you psychopath. Oh, 6-day weeks suck.
Hmm?
6 days weeks suck.
6-day work weeks.
Nah.
I haven't had to do those in a while, thankfully.
For me, it's typical.
Yeah,
Has become typical.
Yeah, I've been getting out early the last few days. That's because the new guy is, like, we've been having a really... January's a really slow month for us.
Oh, that's normal for everyone.
So,
Because people... It was Christmas. People celebrated New Year's a lot. So money is just scarce around the time.
you would think. We still
Actually-
get a lot of regulars freakily.
Well, no, like down in my area, this is part of our like up season.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. Because we're right next to a place in Virginia called Smith Mountain Lake, and during the summer, that's our slow season
Gotcha.
because the lake is open.
Man, the summer being a slow season is odd to me.
Somebody be doop.
Badoop.
Yep.
No, do I need to badoop soon? I still have time. I don't need to badoop soon.
Was it Scar? He was here earlier, but then...
Yeah, I think it was Scar.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to be playing Dark Tide with him in an hour and a half. That'll probably cap off my night.
I still got to set up a time to do a co-op game with you on Rogue Trader.
Honestly, it doesn't work co-op that well.
It doesn't matter.
I still gotta finish the campaign. I gotta get back to it at some point. I've been jumping around and stuff though.
Asmogan cannot even use his own character during co-op.
It's not.
Wait, I can't?
It's not.
You can't.
Why?
I don't know. You have to pick one of if it's Ludus who hosts, you need to pick one of Ludus's characters.
Like when you say Ludus's characters, do you mean like one of his created characters or one of?
Can be a pre-made, can be a made one.
I can make one specifically for Asmo.
Remember, that costs profit factor.
It costs 1 profit factor.
The first one.
First 5.
The first 5. Oh.
That's just, I'm gonna give that a second to dry. Then it's ready for washes, and then I'll glue it to the base, and I gotta head to the hardware store. They close at 7 on Thursdays for some reason. Just about 5 o'clock. Ooh. Oh,
That is an oddly ominous thing in your chat out of context. Kids sent home, so now I'm child free. Yay.
Oh, I was Hunter mentioned it earlier. He had his nephew over.
Oh, okay. Like I know, but out of context, it's kind
Yeah.
of like.
I think it says the summer here is our slow season too, but it's because of the heat. Summers are our busy season. Lots of people find time to go to the restaurant and get food and run around. There's also a lot of tourists in the area stopping by what looks like the most popular spot, which, to be fair, we kind of are.
Thanks to you.
No, not thanks to me at all. But it's just because, like, our restaurant, like every other restaurant in like our area is, in our specific area, is something specific. Like you have the Chinese restaurant, you have Buffalo Wild Wings up the road, but they're kind of getting expensive. You have, like, there's a taco joint not too far away. There's a pizza place. Everywhere around us is very specific restaurants, like themes. We're like an all-rounder. Like we have some dishes that are Italian. We have some dishes that are like a bistro. Some dishes like a barbecue. So if you're looking for like the most variety, you come to us. And that's why we're pretty fucking busy. Although we've definitely hit our slow season. Fine by me though. I'm switching to hosting next week anyway. Actually, there's one thing I forgot to do. I gotta paint those red. Put a gloss for it and show them.
Okay.
Dash bloody red.
Oh wow.
What?
The Japanese voice actor who voiced Dante from Devil May Cry, Leon from Resident Evil, Ishin Kurosaki from Bleach, Sephiroth from Final Fantasy VII, Griffith from Berserk, is also the same voice actor who did Minato from Naruto.
Minato?
Minato, yeah. Minato, whatever.
He also did Makoto Kusanagi.
Oh, and he did NL from One Piece.
Nice. Yeah, there's a lot of voice actors in Japan that get a lot of work. Like you hear the similar voices a lot.
It's not just them, it's like also like with English, Yuri Lowenthal.
I know there's a lot of English voices that are like repeated over and over for like anime here for dubbing, but like
Bulma's voice actress.
Yeah.
Dan Green.
Hoping this looks how it wants.
Okay. I don't know about this story, but I'm going to save this because I want to read it later. Grand Ole Opry apologizes after Elle King performance at Dolly Parton's birthday.
What? That sounds like that sounds like a hypothetical situation. Dolly Parton's birthday. Yeah, that just sounds weird. Fuck.
Oh, okay. Famed Nashville music venue, Grand Ole Opry, apologized for singer Elle King, L or L-A. It's E-L-L-E. It's a woman, I don't know. Elle King's profanity-laced performance at Ryman Auditorium to honor Dolly Parton's birthday.
Oh, okay. Okay. Starting to come together a little bit. Fucking Karn, go to the
Yeah.
doctor.
I went. He says it's fine.
My ass, it's fine. You sound like you're dying every fucking time, man.
It's called asthma.
I have athletic asthma, but still, I have a variation of asthma. I rarely have that issue. Jesus Christ, man.
Like, it's not even an issue. It doesn't really hurt as much as it sounds like it hurts.
It sounds like you're dying. Like every time.
I know!
It freaks me out. It makes me want to reach for my phone and call 911. So that wouldn't help you at all.
And then there's me.
Yeah, you worry me plenty, pal.
I know.
So should do it.
Okay.
Oh wait, I have to do the tubes.
Dang. Alright, well, I gotta go because I gotta take Taylor to the laundromat.
Alright. Have a good drive.
Probably not. There are people out there.
True.
And
Yeah,
these people...
that's why you own a gun.
I don't own a gun.
You don't own a gun, you don't own a washing machine.
I do own a washing machine. It's our dryer broke.
Ah. You have a dryer? I don't have that.
Yeah, we have a clothesline, but it's currently raining where we are right now, and our dryer, the belt in it went out.
My clothesline is inside my apartment.
That's because you're German and y'all lack open space.
Hey, Pierce. Hey, Pierce. Everyone kind of got that Nurgle's rot of the
Oh.
lungs, yeah.
That's not Nurgle's rot. It's black mold.
That's Nurgle's rot. Like, literally. Oh, I nicked one of the skulls. Of course I did. And I nicked the tube now. Fuck. That red dry. Once that's done drying. Oh. And then do the washes, and that should be one finished Jakhal. Well, except for highlights. That's about the only thing I have to do after that. Almost done, though. I don't know. How's he looking, folks? He's got a real smile.
Oh, he looks like a distinguished gentleman.
How long you been going? I'm in my last 30 or 40 minutes of work. We're going for, 3 hours for this stream. Yeah, I have to. I would keep going, but I have to hit the hardware store and pick some stuff up for my dad. So. Probably ought to grab myself some food while I'm out too. So, I think it's dry enough. First things first, regular Agrax or Shade. Then I'll leave him to dry.
One day I need to like show you some stupid gaming shit just to see your reaction from it.
Thanks.
Because there's some great A stuff. I got such sites to show you.
You really are like a living Cenobite, aren't you?
Well, I'm not a masochist.
No, Cenobites are sadists.
And they also got a little bit of that masochism. That's why they all spiky and stuff.
So you're a sadist Cenobite, is what you tell me. You're a specific breed. Cenobite, but minus the masochism.
Yeah. So I'm all nice and no bad. Like the Mortal Kombat 4 endings, those are those are something.
Oh, that's one thing I missed. Yeah, I'll get it next time.
Oh, the opening to Deadly Premonition, that's just amazing.
So, see how much depth that adds, like, instantaneously? Even though it's not even dry yet. This is why we do washes, folks.
Yeah, putting in shadows and all those crevasses.
Crevasses.
Yeah, I know it's crevices.
Hey, you're gonna get anal with me about fucking mines versus bombs.
Well, one thing can literally save your life. Well, it's most likely going to end it, but hey.
I was about to say.
Now when you see one, you can tell people the difference.
It's like, yes, by the way, let me simulate my German for a moment here.
No, you were not almost killed by a bomb. You were almost killed by a mine.
A mine! A mine! God damn it, you got me doing it. My nephew hid my pencil, so now I can't work on my cobalt until I find it. Well, that was
That's why you got replacement pencils.
That's why I always have like a shit ton of mechanical ones lying around.
I think Arch and Gibbs know very good places where to hide pencils.
That's a reference I'm not understanding, and I don't know if I
Especially number 2 pencils.
Why? What are you referencing?
You don't need to know that.
I kind of do.
Or rather, I don't want to say it on stream.
Is it that bad?
Yeah, kinda. And do you know what sounding is?
What?
I'm not going to explain that on camera.
Okay. I'll ask later. Possibly begrudgingly. My curiosity is getting the better of me.
I can tell you once the camera is off.
That'll be fairly shortly here.
Then I'm going to explain to you what Kips did with the pencil.
That's very ominous.
Dun, dun, dun.
What did Gibbs do with the pencil? There are some places men are not meant to go. Oh shit. No crying. No, leave the poor boy alone.
Usually it's like, no! Don't go into the wheat cave, little German boy. I really like that one with, no, little German boy, don't join the Black Templars. Oh my god, their Codex Astartes is a bunch of bullshit.
It's too late. He's too far gone.
And yes, the Codex Astartes is a bunch of bullshit.
It is abso-fucking-lutely. The premise of it was based on bad logic. All the best chapters are the ones that figured it out early on. Hey, this is a complete waste of fucking time.
Yeah. The Dark Angels, very loyal, very Codex compliant.
Very loyal, very codex compliant. It's the
Very
best.
good people.
Very
Some are
good.
bad, some are good.
But oh my god, they sure know how to party.
The Primarch was knocked out for 10 millennia.
Set that down.
If I'm not mistaken, by the time of writing the Codex, he didn't even know the Imperium still existed. I think about around that point he believed that the Imperium was gone.
I don't remember when he started writing it. I thought he started writing it after the heresy had ended.
I thought he started drafting it like it was something real. I thought he started writing some of it early on.
I don't think so. Like, because he wrote it, if I recall correctly, he wrote it in response to the treasons.
Because some of it already existed as like strategic guidelines, and then it got iterated upon on.
Yeah. I know. I'd have to double check. I don't know. I know that he finished it before the scouring finished.
Yeah. Like if I remember, like on Calf, there was like already some talk about it because someone got censored because he wanted also to add in combating other Astartes.
Hmm.
And he got his red Smurf helmet for that. In many legions, traitors to the legion got a red piece of armor. The Night Lords got red gauntlets. The Smurfs got red helmets. Oh, maybe it's just them then. Because now I cannot think of anyone else.
I'm not sure.
I'm shocked Imperial Fists don't have an equivalent.
What?
An equivalent to the red gauntlets. Like if you did something dishonorable to that brought dishonor to the Legion, that you get censored somehow.
And they just kill you.
The Fists got red helms. I don't know if it started as a sign of censure though. Because that was for the Ultramarines a sign of censure. I know the Imperial Fists, or those that would become the Black Templars, got the weapon chains from the World Eaters.
Any epic duels or vendettas? Any epic duels or vendettas? Over the top villains, funny people. Oh, anything else happened today with anyone? Oh, okay, that's what you're asking. Been a pretty quiet day for me. For the most part. I mean,
Yeah.
I've been streaming all afternoon. I woke up pretty late because I went to bed late. So, I don't know. I've had a very straightforward day. The most interesting thing outside of the stream was my index cards for my armies showed up today, thankfully. Or I already had the World Leaders one, so the Orc one showed up, which I'm going to need for Sunday. Yay. But that'll make playing the game much easier. For those who don't know, the index cards are literally just the data sheets put in card form for each unit. And you can even get like the stratagem little cards. So, is it one of the Imperial Fist companies full of people who carry the sins of the chapter?
Yeah, they became the Black Templars.
I was about to say, like, Templars kind of have that. The Imperial Fists themselves? I don't think so. Off the top of my head, I can't think of anything like that. Nothing like penance-wise.
Could you imagine someone doing the scrimshaw on Dawn's lost hand and then accidentally makes a typo? That man will face some punishment.
Oh, no, he'd be fine.
You wasted precious bone space. I really would love to see Dawn's reaction to it.
Dawn's reaction to a lot of what's going on in the Imperium currently would be hilarious to watch. He'd have like a fucking fit. He'd be so angry, he would literally be having seizures on the ground.
His hearts might give away.
As soon as he recovered from that, he'd be like chasing down Gilliman with the fury of 1,000. Well,
Bants.
he'd be very, very, very angry.
You did what to an elder?
Like he rushes in on Gilliputty. What the hell's going on, Gilliman? And he's in the middle of boning Yvraine.
Actually, it
Giant
would be
vein pulses in his fucking skull.
Actually, I would also see the lion doing that.
The lion should have already done that. Like, that should have been
Yeah.
like the introduction. I'm just waltzing in and absolutely tearing Gilliman's ass a new one.
Either that or the silent school shooter treatment.
That too. Like, that would fit for the lion. It would not fit for Dorn. Would be livid.
He would be very vocal about it.
Very vocal, very aggressive. It's like, this is all your fucking fault, as he punches him into the dirt.
It would be like Kratos against someone else.
Pretty much.
Like old Kratos fighting young Kratos. Chorus's return would also be funny.
Hey, Archmagos. Glump. Blump.
Blonk?
Blump.
Blonk.
So that's a reference to the washes I'm putting on.
Yes, and those 1 hour debriefing, the line aged. Immediate stress aging for the line.
Yeah, I would believe stress aging over the excuse they have given. Oh, he wasn't in stasis. Okay, the Emperor lived for well over 40 millennia. And he is always depicted as looking barely older than a fucking 30-year-old. So, want to give a better reason why a Primarch is supposed to be only one notch less immortal than him? Aged in only 10,000 years, like he aged like 80 years for a normal human. Wanna give me a better explanation than, oh, he just wasn't in stasis?
He does look pretty cool though.
He does look cool. I'll give him that. And the rule, honestly, if they just said that though, they just said, look, we just wanted him to look like, we wanted him to look cool, and we thought he'd look cool as fucking Tywin Lannister. It's like, fine, I will take the rule of cool as a better excuse than what they gave. He just wasn't in stasis. Suck my dick. Okay, that is not a good reason. The Primarchs are supposed to be nigh on immortal. A Space Marine takes 1,000 years to start showing their age in any significant way. You telling me a Primarch only needs 10 millennia to start aging decrepitly?
Or would they just stop at that random point?
By all accounts, the Primarchs should, like, I'm not against the Primarchs showing age, unlike the Emperor did, but I think it needs to be a little bit more than 10,000 years. He went from being Liam Hemsworth to Tywin Lannister in only 10,000 years. And yes, for a Primarch, only 10,000 years is the right way to put it. That is a minuscule amount of time. For what should be their lifespan. "8,000 BC in Anatolia," yes. Yeah, okay, so if the Emperor's that fucking old, you're telling me a Primarch, which is, again, only a couple notches... Like, the Custodians have fucking aged better, you kidding me?
Yeah, what should I say? It's the Erdo gene part of it.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe she ages like milk.
Well, no, she was actually depicted as looking youthful when she was introduced in Saturn IX, wasn't she?
I don't remember. I haven't read those books because
I wouldn't recommend it.
I refuse.
You're not missing anything.
If like John Warhammer would like break into my house and like threaten me with a gun to read it, I would still reject.
It's like, you're gonna have to shoot me.
I will fight John Warhammer for my right to not read that tribe.
I read it. It's definitely not good. Only thing I can compliment is the actual writing. from the writer. Not in terms of the actual quality of storytelling. And the lore implications are horrific. But the actual, like, vocabulary and, you know, the actual grammatical aspect of writing was done well.
I would be shocked if not.
The prose? What prose?
The prose of the
Oh, the prose of the book?
book.
Like I said, just grammatically it was well written.
I mean, you can burn it for a cozy fire.
I'd prefer to do that over read it again.
The Jakhals kind of remind me a little bit of those blind enemies in Resident Evil 4.
I could say that, yeah. Should be able to get the last little bit there, which is just the leg part. Well, I should probably do null oil on the pants, but outside of that.
Resist the urge to paint a brown indentation into the pants. Those battle stimulants are hell on the stomach.
If it was Tau, I would paint a brown indentation. They shit themselves every time they have to go into combat against real enemies. So he's pretty much done. Again,
Man, I can visualize his attack animations.
awesome. I think.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Awesome. Alright, kind of a preview with him on his base.
Bruh.
Kind of like that.
Hello. Heroes.
Hello.
Hello.
I'm just on my phone. Just got out of work.
Welcome home.
Well, I'm not home yet.
Oh.
I just walked out the door of the building. I'm about to get in my car.
Alright, well, almost welcome home.
Scooby
I'm on my
Doo.
way.
I just gotta add I gotta add null oil in a couple spots.
Yeah.
And
Phil the Jackal is looking good.
Phil.
Shout out Phil.
Gotta have some name.
What about Jacob?
I was thinking like, go for that's my name.
I know.
With Jimmy. Jimmy the Jackal.
Kelly.
Kelly the Killer.
Ferdinand. Alright, I'm gonna end the stream there, guys. I know we only got one Jekyll done. But better one than none. And he's looking pretty good. He's still not done. Like, I'm gonna do highlights on the skin. There's a couple other spots. I'm gonna do some blood for the blood god stuff. This is what I consider like tabletop standard for me. This is like my basic expectation.
Yeah, you put a lot of work in something that's cannon fodder.
Yeah, I know. Trust me. I feel that every time my orcs go in and I'm pulling them off the tabletop, like one turn it's like, oh, I'm pulling 50 of them off. Well, fuck you too. Each one took me 6 hours to paint, but okay. Fine.
Well, that's ironic. That car has a Gadsden flag on one side and an Imperial Stormtrooper on decal on the other.
But thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys are all having a great day. Hope you guys enjoy the stream. Leave a like before you guys head out. Subscribe if you're new to the channel. All that fun stuff. And I'm streaming Darktide as a late night thing tonight. So hope to see you guys there if you're available. But have a good one. Bye-bye. Looks good. If you want to go bonkers, paint hundreds of Skaven. Fuck no. Oh my god. Just you saying that makes me, like...
Be like Arch and spray paint them.
Arch is an insult to painting, okay? I love Arch, but he is an insult to painters. I'm sorry. Like, when he said that, I will not forget when he said that. That pissed... I was like, you bastard. You Norwegian bitch.
I will forever remember that because it's just funny.
It's funny to you, but it like with again this one jackal I spent like 5 hours painting. Okay, 5 hours, and I would do it again rather than just spray paint him.
And dude, at that time I could have made 300 Skaven slaves.
Oh my god! Like, oh.
I just imagine him for some reason with his hands holding up the figure and just spraying all over his hand and the figure.
That's pretty much what I picture. It's just like done. It's like, why? Oh, I feel pain. I feel pain knowing that's what he does to those poor bottles.
Good.
Arch, send them to me. I'll do them for free. Just actually paint the fucking thing. Anyway, that's it for that's it for the stream, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have a good one, and thank you for I can't say I said thank you too many times. Bye.